Greetings and salutations. I'm Zook, your lovable dungeon master, and we're playing a game of Dungeons and Dragons, and I am not
No, we're
awake.
not.
I'm joined here with M, Kai, and Nave, and this is the Relics of Ochrid, chapter 4, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, it's 4.
I'm
It's 4.
absolutely not with it today.
It's 4.
But yeah, so a few announcements before we begin. All of the music in today's stream will be that you'll be hearing is from Kevin MacLeod's Incompetech. So yay! All
Are you sure
royalty
it's not
free.
from DJ Cool?
It's
Because
definitely not DJ Cool. Definitely not DJ Cool. All of the, some of the minis you will see today are from the fantastic Hero Forge, and they have a new VTT option at checkout, and you can upload them directly into your virtual tabletop. I believe Foundry does it, as well as Tabletop Simulator, which is what we're using today. They're fantastic. Do it. It's awesome. There is no option. If you don't know how to do it, just go to Geeks Anonymous's YouTube, and there is an instructional video on how to import your miniatures. What else? Anything else? I think that's
new kitty.
There's a kitty in the top
Luna
left screen.
Doesn't come to my lap very often.
Oh, Luna, she's been super needy today.
Yeah, she's cold. It's cold outside, so she wants to be warm.
I think that about does it for announcements. My brain is not with it. I apologize. I'll get into the swing of things, I swear.
Yeah, especially once somebody activates sing mode.
Oh, please
Oh,
not.
no.
Please no. My brain cannot compute it.
It's something you can buy with channel points,
I
and it
hate
makes
you.
Zook
Oh
have
my
to sing
God.
for a minute.
I hate you.
It can only happen once a stream, though, and not once per person per stream. Like, it's just the whole stream, only one time it can happen. But I'm sure it would wake him up.
Sure, that's what it would do. All right, so would anybody like to do a recap of last week's episode? And by
It's M's
anyone,
turn,
I
it's M.
mean
Yeah, I guess
M,
that's
because
mine.
it
It's
is
my
M's turn. So whenever you're ready, go ahead and take it away.
Okay, so that was last. What are you doing? Quit. Last episode, we started off in Ajiyuko,
Yes.
right? Okay,
Yes.
just want to remember. I for some reason am having a brain fart. Okay, so we started off in Azuyuko. As soon as we got in there, June realized that it was the day of a festival. The day of, I think it was the Festival of Rest.
Yep.
And he realized that he had responsibilities for that. And had an oh shit moment, so he booked it back to the Liu Manor to return home. Everyone got to meet his little sister Rin, who is a bundle of joy, and June adores her with his whole heart. And he got to learn from his older brother that their father was not happy with him at all in the slightest. Like, it was real bad. So June left to go find his father. They had a conversation, though it was very one-sided.
Yeah, it was.
Of course, I rolled like shit for any sort of persuasion.
No, that could have gone differently. It really could have.
Yeah,
but...
it probably could have.
Yeah.
But no, June was not very happy with how that turned out, and essentially was disowned. And banished from the property. So that was cool. But he's fine. Everything's fine.
Everything's
Nothing's
fine.
wrong. Yeah. He's totally fine. This was definitely something he was expecting to happen at some point. So after he said goodbye to the relative parties that he cared about, one of them being his mother, sort of, who also slipped him some money.
Yep.
And his little sister, who was at first very upset with the circumstances, but we managed to convince her it would be okay. and I may or may not have plans in the future to kidnap her, but it's fine. Um, so yeah, we left to go into the district and check out some stuff, maybe get some supplies, go check out a library. We ran into a bard who was singing about, what was his name?
Skadi
John.
people.
Yeah, the Skadi people, and specifically our good
Jeremiah.
friend
Jerry.
Jeremiah Jerry Forest Maw.
Yep.
Which was a lovely song that we were all very engulfed with, or entranced by, until he was attempted to be arrested because he was technically singing. What's the word I'm looking? Yeah, it was like very treasonous because
blasphemous.
the fucking they didn't like that at all.
No.
And well, yeah. So Zal, sorry. Where did the V come from? I think I'm getting another character's name mixed up.
Nice.
Zal, drugged June in there to try to stop this, and June used his
Last
slight,
bit of influence.
yeah, my last bit of influence that I have, despite me not having my symbol anymore, to take their new bard prisoner, under the pretense that we were to specifically give him punishment, but we actually ended up setting him free.
Whoops.
Uh-oh. Oopsie poopsie.
Oh well.
Man, how did he get out of those manacles?
Yeah.
I don't know, just
It's
crafty
like
bard.
somebody took an axe to him or something.
Yeah.
Must have been magic, absolutely.
Fucking weird.
Yeah.
Wild.
So we got a little bit of information out of him about what he was doing. He turns out he's from the Skadi people, and I can't remember the specific details, but
I don't think there really were many specific.
yeah, there
details.
weren't really
He
a
was
whole
just-
lot of specific details.
He was just doing it to spite
Yeah.
the people in Azuyuko, which
Yep.
is like right up your alley.
Yeah,
so.
sure fucking is. I was all about that. And so yeah, we let him go to go home or do whatever, and then we went to the cemetery to find the mausoleum that we were told about, where Jerry's wife would be.
Yes.
This place is fucking massive, by the way. So we get in here, look around. Zal had got some nice action with his little dragon pet.
Sounds so
To
weird.
find, I know it's fine. To get the keys and let us in, and we get in, and there's nothing really of interest up until the very end of it, and there's a door that apparently had some sort of magical barrier to keep things in rather than out. And after managing to break through it and open the door, we came across a very large pile of bodies. I'm pretty sure most of these are of what was it?
Hobgoblins.
Hobgoblins. Yes,
Quite
I
a
knew it
few
was
of
some
them,
kind
yeah.
of goblinoid. Yeah. And I think we all pretty much surmised that this was definitely bodies from the fight when the
Look
forest
at how well
Maws-
they've been kept.
Yeah, I know, it's great. The forest Maws, when they fought back against the wow, names are escaping me today.
Wow.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, I know this Skadi,
Against
but I
the
don't
Lyran
remember
dynasty.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then as soon as we get in, there's some weird fucking whispering happening and shit, and then this thing, as you can see here, floating, that isn't actually supposed
We're
to
in
be green, but it
danger.
looked good. Appeared and manifested, and now we are in danger.
We're in danger. Oh, fight's over.
It fell. We killed it, yeah.
Woohoo!
It's over, guys.
If
It's
only.
big.
Okay, yes, it is large size. All right. So that is pretty much where we left off, and there were a couple things that were left out, like the murder scene, and the waking up.
It's questionable. if there was a murder or not, because there was
There's a
no
lot of
body.
blood. It might have been murder. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's
We
fine.
don't know.
Crunchy
There was
in
no
here.
body.
Something happened.
No body.
But yeah, other than that, that's a pretty good summarization. So I will award you guys one extra checkpoint XP milestone. Blah blah blah. My brain's not with it. I'm done. But yeah, so
All right, game's over. Goodbye.
as this figure stands floating in front of you, and it just like wisps with the all around, and as it prepares to fight.
Ooh, this is new fight music.
Yeah, it's the boss battle.
Somebody was perusing the archives.
This is already here. Okay.
This is all cries. No, I'm just kidding.
All right. So, the being basically floats up in the air, and then all of its robes and tethers and ribbons and the bells all chime outwards as it.
Oh no!
Does this baleful just
one.
cry? Yeah. Out that engulfs the entire room and pushes you back slightly. I'm gonna need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, I'm good at those.
Oh,
That's
boy,
good.
Oh boy.
You're going to need to be.
Ha! No.
Everything froze.
What
Aw,
is
fuck
mine?
yeah. I got a 22.
22. Okay.
I got a. Oh, it's a 4. I thought it was a 12. I guess not. I got a 20 total.
20 total. Okay.
Yeah.
And what is your total, Kai?
9.
Oof.
Fuck.
Do I get advantage because I have 4 leggies to brace myself?
No, because it's not that kind of
Oh.
Constitution throw.
Damn. I tried.
Fair enough.
All right, so as the blast comes outward, there's this like moment where it like literally is like blasting into your skin. You feel it's like taking the life out of your spirits as you see some of your like essence coming out of it and basically getting sucked into the creature. Kai, you take 19 points of necrotic damage, and everybody else takes half as much. So that's 9 for the others. At which point it like swoops down and it will pass through June. However, you dodge out of the way and manage to avoid the attack.
How much hit points was that? For half?
That would be a total
Nine, or
of 9 because
Oh,
it's
is it
round
9?
down.
Okay.
Yep,
Yeah.
9 necrotic. All right, now it is turn 20, layer action. Everyone make a reflex saving throw.
Oh,
What
what
is
is
that, a
reflex?
dexterity?
Dexterity?
I'm sorry, dexterity saving throw. Wow,
This
3.5.
isn't 3.5. Can I see whatever is causing this?
Yeah, go ahead and roll first.
Okay, well, because I have. Oh, what to see? Because I have a specific barbarian
roll
thing.
your. Oh, what is it?
I have advantage on dexterity saving throws.
Yes, so you
if
would
I
have
can see
advantage
what's
on
causing.
this. Yep.
Neat. Okay, so then
Do
I'll
I have
just.
anything cool like that?
Wow, that was garbage. Dex. Oof, wow.
That's good.
Yeah, I don't think
Jesus.
that- yeah, I
That
got
was a
4.
was a whole 7.
Okay. So
I rolled a 1 and a 5.
7
2.
and 4. And what did you get, Kai?
I got another 9.
Oof. All right. So basically, you see these the skeleton, the hands and bodies from all around you begin to shake and tremble as the hands like reach up, and each one of them grabs a hold of you. You are all restrained. You are not. Oh, what is the other word? It's not. You're grappled.
Grappled?
You're all grappled. You're not
Well,
restrained.
grappled, not rich.
You're all yeah. You're all grappled. There's a
So our
specific.
speed is 0.
Yes.
But we can still do stuff.
Yes.
Cool. Okay.
Well, I don't like this already.
It is going to use one of its legendary actions after the layer action turn
fuck.
to fly over here. and it is going to. That provokes an attack of opportunity from each of you, by the way.
Fuck yeah, I have Warcaster, so doesn't that mean I can cast a spell as my
Yes, you can.
reaction?
Yeah, so long as it has an attack roll.
Yeah, well, a lot of my spells do. Alright, let me take a looky.
Wow, I'm rolling like fucking garbage. That's a total of 16.
16
I also
hits.
rolled a 16.
16 hits.
So, okay, so I have a question, Zook.
Yes.
So Witch Bolt does have a ranged attack, so like I can roll for it. But if I were to use it as a reaction, it's also concentration.
Yep.
So would I be able to keep that up into next round as
Yes,
well?
you can.
Okay, I will try to hit it with a Witch Bolt. So let me hit this cast
Um.
button here so that I don't forget to mark it. Watch me get bad.
So that's 11 from me.
Okay.
I got 12 damage.
12
Are you
damage.
fucking
I'm
kidding
sorry,
me?
no, sorry, 10.
So.
It's 10 damage.
Okay.
I rolled a fucking nat 2. There's no way it's gonna hit.
Unfortunately.
Our 2 is just what I fucking rolled. It just rolled a 2 again.
So as it streaks
hate this
by,
game. Not
by, you blast forward with that arcane witch bolt energy. As it blasts into the side, you see chunks of the rubble from the side of the wall, like
okay,
fall
well,
to
real
the
quick,
ground.
9 does not hit, right?
9 does not hit.
Okay, yeah, then it missed.
As both Adriac and Adriac, what did you hit with, by the way? With your staff?
Yep.
Or is it like a glaive?
It's technically glaive.
So
yeah.
you swing down with your glaive as the same time that June swings with his great axe at the side, and it seems to hit, and it like ripples and like waves as it basically tears into the spirit. You see bits of fabric and whatnot, but then it reforms almost immediately, like it's not doing quite as much damage as you would have expected it to.
Hey, Zook,
So
real
that's
quick,
22.
does Kogara get a reaction or no?
Yeah, Kogara was in range. Yeah.
Okay, then I will roll that. This will be fun. We'll try for the sting.
Come here. Alright, fine, whatever.
Who is it, Zeus or Luna?
It's Luna. Zeus wouldn't even hesitate. Oh, hi. Yeah.
11 plus 4 to
Come
hit is 15. Does 15 hit?
15 hits.
Ah, shit.
And his attacks are
Um,
considered magical, correct?
I believe so, but I don't. Where do I see that at?
Should be part of should be on the pseudo dragon stats.
Like, I'm looking at the pseudo dragon stats, but I just can't. Has magic resistance. Pseudo dragon can magic. No. It doesn't say anything about its attacks being considered magical.
Oh, maybe it's a warlock feat. The warlock thing that allows you to
yeah, maybe.
check the pack of the chain and then
the investment of the chain master.
yes, that one too. See if it says anything about that.
Yes, the familiar's weapon attacks are considered magical for the purpose of overcoming immunity and resistance to non-magical attacks.
Okay.
So
yep.
you're right. Cool. So I will roll the 1d4 plus 2 for damage, and then I'm going to need you to do something, but I don't
Sure.
want to get ahead of myself yet, so. D4.
Oh,
so
you know what? Hey, if he technically if he would he provoked an attack of opportunity from me and I hit, I have Sentinel.
Okay.
Which means its speed becomes 0.
Yeah, it didn't move.
Fucking
But
G.
is there an attack for that? Like, is there a reaction that it has to take, or is it just straight up doesn't work?
It just, yeah, they don't move. If I succeed on
If you
hitting them
succeed on
with
the
an
attack,
of
is the
opportunity.
trigger. Okay. All right. Yeah. So
Oh, cool. So it stays. It doesn't even get anywhere.
Like specifically, if it tries to move and that provokes an attack of opportunity. Other ways, I'm pretty sure. This is not what I wanted to be looking at.
My
When you
least
hit a creature with an
favorite-
opportunity attack, the creature's speed becomes 0 for the rest of the turn.
When a creature. Yeah, so that specifically an opportunity attack
Okay.
is when that happens. There's another part to Sentinel where I can also use my reaction to hit it, but that's not technically an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
Okay, so it takes 3 piercing damage, and it needs to succeed on a Constitution saving throw. And
What's the
it
DC?
is whatever my DC, my save DC. So it's a 15. So it needs to be a 15.
What is the effect? What are you doing to it?
Yes. So it will become poisoned for an hour, but if the saving throw fails by 5 or more, the target falls unconscious for the same duration, or until it takes damage, or another creature uses an action to shake it awake.
Okay, yeah, that's So it would have failed, but it's going to use one of its legendary resistances to not
boy.
fail.
Okay.
So yeah, basically, as it's trying to whisk by, you grab a hold of it. You basically swing your axe, June, and it's about to basically go by when everyone is taking their attacks and whatnot. At which point you grab a hold of it and you yank it down. But because of that, technically, I already said it. I already had you guys roll. But because of that, technically he didn't move, which means there weren't other provokes an attack of opportunity. I already said that he moved, so because it would have stopped him from moving and provoking those attacks.
Depending on who hit first or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, he still would have
technically
have
he
moved.
would have moved here when he actually provoked the attacks. So the only attack that wouldn't have happened would have been Zal's, which he missed
Yeah,
anyways.
probably Zal's, which missed,
Yeah,
so.
does it missed anyway, so.
Okay, so to finish his legendary action, he takes a move immediately, and at which point he billows up this energy. You see this like necrotic energy surging from the bodies around him and coalescing in front of him as he blasts forward with a necrotic blast. We'll do it at June because you're fucking Sentinel.
Yeah.
What is your AC?
15.
15. He misses. Basically, it blasts forward, and you like see it coming. You duck down as it blasts forward, and goes overhead, and you see it hit into the wall behind you. Leaves a nice big impact zone. All right, that is its legendary action. So now it's actually the start of your guys' turn, and
Oh my gosh.
Juniper, you are first.
All right, I am going to rage.
You would like
so
to
let me
rage?
roll that.
Oh no!
Gonna
Eldritch Blast.
roll my D8. Wild
Eldritch
Surge.
Blast.
Got a
Yeah,
7.
Wild Surge. Okay.
Wild Surge, what do I get? Flowers and vines temporarily grow around you until your rage ends. The ground within 15 feet of you is difficult terrain for your enemies.
Okay, he's immune to physical terrain, unfortunately.
Oh, well, fuck. Oh, well,
So
let's go.
basically, the vines will come up and they start like trying to go after the wisp, but it seems to be literally going through the baleful spirit.
Interesting.
Unfortunately, because he is flying
Just
and
makes me more
because he's
mad.
incorporeal, it does nothing.
Just makes me more mad.
Okay.
I'm gonna swing my fucking axe at it.
Because that was a bonus action to rage.
And I am going to. I think I can just. Yep. Okay. My attacks are going to be reckless.
Yes, kitty.
Okay.
Go by, gang.
Go ahead
Alright, I should probably plan what I'm gonna do, huh? That's probably a good thing.
and... Man. 8 plus. Well, no, I guess that still hits. 8 plus 7 is 15.
15 hits. Yes.
Okay, cool. Thank God. Okay. And then I get 12. Nope, that's not what I want. Ignore that. That is the wrong die. I want. Shut up.
Oof.
This is not what I wanted. No, only one of them. What is happening?
What are you doing?
I'll just take the first one.
Okay.
It's a 3. Okay, 3 plus 6. 9 damage.
9 damage, and
And
that's
then-
just regular damage, right?
Yes, I think so.
Okay. And does it do anything else? Or is that
No.
it? Is that your turn?
Well, I also have a second attack.
Okay.
So I'm gonna attack again. Ooh, natural 19.
19 absolutely hits.
Ooh,
So
do I
natural
have the
19.
thing that lets me? No. Okay, cool. All right. So yeah, natural 19. So that hits. D12. 5 plus 6, so 11 damage.
11 damage. Okay.
Guys, my favorite person, Scam Likely, is calling me.
So you swing twice, and like I said before, it's not making as much purchase as you would like because of its ethereal form. However, you do hear it, and when it screams, it's not just one scream; it's a scream of multiple entities all at once, screeching outwards. At which point, it's going to use another one of its legendary actions, reach forward and grab a hold of you. What is your AC?
15.
15.
I forgot that legendary actions could be used after every fucking.
Yep. He only got 3, but what'd you say it was?
15.
15. Oh, I'm lagging. Come on. Oh no, prepare to be boarded.
Huh? Oh
It's probably
shit.
a chat message, I think.
Sable
Did we get raided?
and Darth Nicholas, thank you guys so much. Am I being raided? Oh snap.
Oh, it's a raid. That's
Got here just in time for
Oh,
a
did
boss
the raid
fight.
not go through? Oh.
Yeah, DM stretch.
Prepare to be boarded. I didn't get the notification for some reason, but thank you so much for the raid. I see you guys there. Because I know I'm following you, Sable. I did that last night. That's okay. Thank you so much. Sushi is definitely worth it.
I want
I want
sushi.
Yeah.
sushi so bad now.
What the fuck?
Okay.
We'll go. Yeah, go ahead.
What was your AC again?
15.
15. It misses. So basically, it
Yeah,
reaches forward with that skeletal hand that is like, you feel this emission of like cold energy around you, but you like duck underneath, it goes over, and you can hear the frustration in its voices.
It's voices.
All right. That means it is now Adriac's turn. Yeah, raids have been really weird. I was having an issue yesterday when I tried to raid Sable, actually.
I was there for it. I remember.
I remember. Adriac. Adriac.
Oh shit! Did we get gold star? We finally got our food, guys.
Yay! Food.
Woohoo. I'm probably just gonna wait and like heat it up later or something. Because I already ate some stuff.
Roll for.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm probably gonna wait. Oh shit, but there's ice in this. Here, I'm gonna get the ice out of my drink so it doesn't water down.
Sure. It's Adriac's turn anyways, so what is Adriac doing?
Adric is casting Guiding Bolt.
Guiding Bolt, that's radiant damage, correct?
I think so.
I believe it is.
Yep. I'm casting it at 3rd level.
Oof, okay. You ain't fucking around with this one. Let's see. Does it have vulnerability? I don't think so. But it is definitely not resistant.
Does a 21 hit?
21 absolutely hits.
Yay. Unless someone in chat wants to give me a crit.
This is Tabletop Simulator. I used To make the map itself, I used Incarnate, and then I ported it over and actually built up the actual map for it.
Okay, so let me mark off a 3rd level spell before I forget.
Okay. And yet you absolutely hit. It is not vulnerable, but it will be normal damage instead of resistant to like the other attacks.
Yes.
17.
Ooh, okay, that hurt.
Wow.
And I am also going to, as a bonus action, go away. Use a 2nd level healing word on myself.
So for everybody in chat, and you guys probably know this because you probably do Twitch stuff all the time, but we do have channel points and whatnot. So that's where buying a crit comes from.
Yep.
You can buy it for the players, the DM. You can buy critical misses.
Yep.
Which is evil, but you know, it's fair game. Thanks,
And
Zook.
there, if you don't have the channel points, there's also options to buy them with bits as well, and other rewards such as magic items, making the players pull from the deck of many things if you wanna.
And there's a magic item hype train going on right now
Yes,
too,
there
which
is.
is 90% full. Can we donate to that again? We'll let chat.
Let chat do it. Let chat do it.
Let chat.
I
Yeah.
actually can't even see it, so.
You
Yeah,
have to click on the channel points thing, and it's at the top
it's
of the
been
channel
weird
points.
lately. All right, so what did you do,
Oh.
Adriac?
Bonus action, level 2 healing word on myself.
Okay, good call. So basically, you build
I
up
only healed
this.
6!
You build up this holy energy as like it swirls around you, and you see some of the damage that you have taken begin to reknit itself. The necrotic like bits of rotting flesh that happened from the impact. It's taking a little bit more to heal than you thought it would be. That's just, you know, thematic. You're not actually
Right.
not healing. It's just, you know, crappy roll. But then you use that torrent of energy and blast forward with the guiding bolt as it hits and impacts this undead wraith creature, and it definitely makes purchase, as it's almost like when you blow into a candle and it just like disperses all of the smoke, and it takes a little bit longer for it to coalesce and reform into its person as it looks at you, and
I made it mad. I made it mad!
and it's going to use a legendary action on you.
Oh no.
Gosh.
As the coalition of energy builds up once again, the necrosis, as it seems to like almost mimic your radiant blast, but does so with necrotic energy and blasts at you.
Bitch.
Okay. What is your AC? So far, I've been
16.
rolling really crappy.
Everybody's been really crappy.
Oh, but not this time.
Tabletop Simulator rolls crappy.
As you take 10 points of necrotic damage.
Owie.
All right, that means it is now, I believe, Zal's turn.
It is Zal's turn.
it is Zal's
and
turn.
Zal knows what he's gonna do. I am grappled still, correct?
Yes, you are grappled
Okay.
by the
All right.
by the
well,
skeletal hands around you.
Fuck trying to move. All right, so Zal with okay. Well, I just figured out something that was not very nice. So I'm going to cast a hex on the thing.
Okay.
So I just place a curse on the creature. It doesn't. There's no.
No roll, no save or anything. You just do it.
Yes. That's what it seems like. It doesn't
Yeah,
say anything
'cause
about ranged attack.
It gives you bonuses after it's applied, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then it says also choose one ability. When you cast the spell, the target has disadvantage on ability checks made with the chosen ability. It will have disadvantage on wisdom checks.
Disadvantage on wisdom checks. Okay.
Yes, that's what I am giving it. And then I'm going to, at disadvantage, but a normal roll because of Guiding Bolt, try to shoot it with Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast.
Why are you at disadvantage for...
Because I'm in close combat range
Yeah.
to it. I can't move
Ah,
away.
okay.
Yep.
Because it's a ranged attack spell. Because this fucker grappled me and I can't move, and I don't want to waste my action trying to like break free, which I
Yep.
might do here soon, but Especially since I can do a normal roll. I thought I would take it. And like get hex applied and everything like that, so.
Okay.
Okay, so that is 19 to hit.
19 absolutely hits.
Okay, and that's just a 1d10 damage.
Okay.
Oh, but plus, because he's hexed, plus I believe 1d6 necrotic damage.
Okay.
So, do you want me to roll it all at the same time,
Hang
or do you
on,
want me to roll the necrotic
let me
separately?
see if he has any resistances to necrotic.
That was kind of my worry.
He is immune to necrotic.
Oh, fucking asshole.
Rip.
I guess I just won't roll that. Thanks, Hexed. But at least the wisdom checks he has
He's also
disadvantage
immune
on,
to
so-
poison, so I should already use one of its legendary resistances, but I already did it, so oh well.
Well, how bad did you fail, though?
By like
Was it more than
4?
5?
No.
Oh, by 4.
No. Yeah.
I mean, if it's immune to
No,
poison,
it
it
was
wouldn't have
by
mattered.
2. But yeah, no, the other effect of it being like reduced to whatever hit points.
Well, it takes 8 force damage.
8 force damage.
Oh shit! I know what I should have done, but I didn't do because I didn't read it. But it's fine.
I believe that it takes full force. Because that's a
Yeah, it's just
magical
magic.
attack. Yeah. Yep.
Yep. I should have done chill touch, but I'm dumb, so it's fine.
So that would be 40.
Now I know. Kogara has a turn.
Yes, it is Kogara's turn.
I think, how close is Kogara to the thing? It is within 10 feet, and you said
Yes,
it is large,
it is
correct?
10 feet. Yeah.
He'll just stay with me. Right now, I kind of envision that Kogara is like on my right shoulder.
Sure.
Just kind of chilling. So that's where Kogara will stay. So
Okay. Does he do
point
anything?
in provoking
Or
that.
I don't think you can because you have to use...
I cannot attack.
Yeah.
Because I have to use my bonus action for
Gotcha.
that. Yeah.
Okay.
And that's in my head when I was like, oh, I fucked that up because that's what I was gonna do. But then Hex is a bonus action and
Yep.
the attack is a bonus action.
Yep.
So.
Okay. So
End my turn.
top of the round. All right. Let's see. Does it get its baleful shriek back?
No.
Please no. Please no.
Do. It does
You
not.
can give. Good. I was about to plead the chat and say you can give a critical miss. Which is a nat
However,
one.
with you being grappled, it will use. Hang on, just a second. Let me see. Let me see what I want to do here. All right, yeah. So it's
Jeez,
basically
I'm
just
not
gonna it's just gonna swirl around, and its speed is no longer 0, so it's going to stay within all of your threat ranges and just get close enough to actually affect the person who did radiant damage to it. As you see it basically shriek forward and just claw at you with both of its skeletal hands. What is your
Oh,
AC?
boy.
16.
It hits.
No. It was nice knowing all of
Oh! I'll use my reaction to attack it with Sentinel.
How?
Sentinel.
That's the other Sentinel thing. Is
That's
that
the other ability that Sentinel
If
has.
it attacks someone
Oh,
other than
that's
you,
right.
it's,
I can use my reaction to attack.
Okay, yeah.
I'm still reckless.
So yeah, go
well,
ahead and do that. It doesn't reduce
Yeah.
it to 0 though, right? It doesn't do that effect with that Sentinel. It just
No,
allows you to
no,
attack
yeah,
with the
that
reaction.
doesn't count as an
Excellent.
attack of opportunity.
So basically, yeah, it swirls forward and slashes with both of its claws, raking into your chest. Basically, the wound that was beginning to heal is reopened as part of it is starting to shrivel up and turn black, and the blood around it seems to be like a corruption as it's spreading. You see like the blackened veins, and you take 21 points of damage.
Oh wait, no, I technically used my reaction for an attack of opportunity. It's not my
But no,
turn
you
yet.
got it back.
It's the next round.
Yeah, it's the next round.
Oh,
Yep. So
oh,
you
did he
would-
do?
you
Oh
have
yeah,
to
he did all that before I even went, did he?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, cool. Well, I got an 18, a natural 18, so.
Yeah, absolutely hits.
I love how you said the word Sentinel and Zook was like, how? What?
I was like, what? This is why I hate
10
Sentinel, but I love it at the
10
same
damage.
time. 10 points, and that's just regular damage, so it's halved.
It's a love-hate relationship, I'm sure.
It really is.
Because you're like, oh, my players are doing cool shit, but oh man, my boss.
So you swing at it and you see it like part it, and then it reforms pretty quickly. And how much are you? How are you looking right now, Adriac?
Adriac is down.
Okay, so as you see
shit.
it rake down, and all of a sudden, basically, the servitor gets slammed up against the door and falls unconscious.
The fuck?
Well, what are we?
I only have
supposed to do
35
about that?
HP and I got
No.
hit by 19 twice, okay?
Yep.
Oh my god.
It will now. It is the layer action turn.
Oh my god. I see now why you were talking about us potentially having a
I don't.
player go.
We'll see. He's getting some lucky rolls, but he's also being unlucky at the same time. So, we'll see. All right, so basically, as you, as it like cries out in a different method, the entire room begins to shake and quiver as you see 3 monstrosity-looking creatures knit itself from flesh and bone, and it's like they're all on all fours, and they have like this this single antenna with an eye at the end, and they're there are 3 of them now. Okay, that is the layer action. They can't go this turn, luckily, which makes it Adriac's turn. Make a death saving throw.
Wait, it's Adriac's turn?
No, it's June's turn.
Sorry,
June
June.
didn't get its turn.
I'm gonna fuck this bitch up.
Oh.
Oh my god. Math. 12.
12. Unfortunately, misses by 1.
Ooh, okay.
So, is that both attacks, or was that just one?
That was just one.
Yeah, unfortunately,
Play
it just
breakfast.
passes right through it.
Ooh, natural 20!
Natural 20 absolutely
second
hits. All right, go for it.
Okay,
Weird-ass
so...
things. Zeus gonna kill us all.
Yeah, probably.
We're all gonna die.
Okay, I just want to make sure I'm doing this right. Okay. Oh, that's a good roll. So 18 plus 6 is math 14. No, 24 damage.
24 damage, regular damage, so it's halved. Okay. Man, the fact that it's resistant is really helping it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
All right, now it is Adriac's turn. Go ahead and make your death saving throw.
I succeed.
Yay! All right, so that's 1 success. You're keeping track of that on your character sheet?
Yeah.
Excellent. All right, now I believe it is Zal's turn.
It is Zal's turn. Give me a second here. Okay, things to do, what do? What are these little, they're just like little things.
Yeah, they're
here.
like
That's
little
neat.
monstrosities, undead creatures that were made from the flesh and bone of the critters around them.
Neat. Okay. So Zal will move over to Adriac, still staying within, you know, not really gaining any distance, but will use a healer's kit to stabilize.
Oh, very nice. That's clutch. That's automatic. You are stable.
Yes.
Yay.
And I
Was
marked
that
down
an
the use
action,
'cause it
or
has
was
10
that-
uses.
Right.
I believe it is an action.
Okay.
It doesn't really specify,
Yeah,
but I'm sure it's an action.
I
to do
believe,
it.
yeah, I believe it's an action.
Wow. But that's an action. So what can I do for bonus actions?
I hate
Not a whole lot.
to be that asshole. 'Cause I appreciate it, but you're still grappled
Oh,
and you
fuck,
can't
you're
move.
right.
Oh, I'm sorry.
can't?
That's my fault. At the end
was
of the
it that?
round, basically it would have let go at the beginning of
okay.
your turn. Yeah, because it only lasts that one round.
I had to be honest. Though.
Yeah, thank you for being honest. I appreciate that. But yeah, that only lasts for the round.
I really don't like this wording where it just says a creature that starts its turn and not like an enemy that starts its turn.
Wait,
But-
what is it?
So I have this thing called Cloak of Flies, which is a bonus action, and it says a creature that starts its turn in the aura takes +4 poison damage. But
Yes.
also the thing's immune to poison anyway. Not that I would know that,
Right.
but it says a creature, not an enemy of my choice or
Yep.
something.
So that means anyone
So-
in the radius is affected.
Yeah.
Because
Bye,
warlocks.
DM Stretch.
'Cause
Yeah,
warlocks,
thanks
yeah.
for stopping by, and I appreciate the raid.
Yeah. Instead, I think I am going to. I think I'm gonna go ahead and pop a Form of Dread. Which I gain temporary hit points, which I will roll in a second. Once during each of my turns, when I hit a creature with an attack, it must make a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw, and if it fails, it is frightened until the end of my next turn, and I am immune to the frightened condition.
Okay.
But I'm really going after those bonus hit points, so let me go ahead and roll those.
Oh, wow. It is not immune to being frightened.
Oh fuck, well I've got some things. Are you fucking kidding me? Why am I rolling so low all the time? I get 7 temp hit points.
All right.
So I added those on, and that was my action was to heal. My bonus action was to pop Form of Dread.
And now, yeah, so Form of Dread, you, what spirit are you invoking in this case?
Yeah,
Which of the Guardians?
that's a good. I'll do the Phoenix one. I forget their name.
Suzaku. So basically,
It is
there's
Suza-
this,
okay. it
there's
is
this
Suzaku.
cry, this screech from underneath you as this
Caw-caw!
this like greenish fire engulfs you for a moment, and then a burst of a wingspan just from around you, and you are now basically encompassed by this spectral image of Suzaku.
Sweet.
Okay, so that is the entirety of your turn.
Yeah, and Kogara is just kind of gonna stay with me. There's nothing
Sure.
he can really do at the moment, so.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the extent.
So that means it is now top of the round, I believe. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm the
Okay.
last.
You guys
I'm
have
really
anything you can heal with?
No.
Sure don't.
Neither of your oh yeah, the healer
Nope.
fell first. Oof.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's okay.
Let's see here.
That's right.
So let's see. Does it get its its baleful screech back? It does not.
Good.
All right. It will. First, the creatures will go. Since they're about to. Yeah, that's about to be the next layer action. So they're going to basically charge forward, and one is going to go after each of you. This one provokes an attack of opportunity from June.
June.
Yeah. Fuck you.
Wait, why is this one coming over here?
It's going
For
after Kogara.
Kogara's like on my shoulder.
Well, it's going after Kogara anyways.
Can it reach
Oh
Kogara?
yeah, I can jump up.
That's a natural 19. It doesn't go anywhere.
All right, yeah. So it basically stops right there.
Good.
You want to use Sentinel on this thing?
I mean, I don't think this other thing's going to move, so it's all right. Say, math.
Hey, Duke, quick question.
Yes,
14 damage.
14 points of damage.
There were a couple times that this thing fired off like a necrotic blast or something,
Yes.
but like within close combat range. Would that have made it a disadvantage for it?
Good.
Not expecting you to
yes.
like go back, but just
Good
for the
call,
future.
and
moving
I will
forward.
remember that in the future. Yes, and that's one of the reasons legendary action is to move away and then do it. So good call on that. I forgot. Okay, so You know what? Because that would mean Adriac. Let me roll again just to make sure it actually hit Adriac. Because otherwise,
Okay, see, I
Adriac's
didn't
back
remember
up.
if that's what even hit Adriac, but
Does a 13 still hit Adriac?
No.
Then go ahead and negate that damage. You are back up.
should I get my healer's kit back?
Yeah, because you would have had to use it. No, that's a good call.
And then I'm gonna
That,
take my action.
that
No,
was a battle-changing mistake of mine. So I will definitely go back on that and retcon it.
Okay, can I retroactively heal myself?
Yes,
My turn that
I
I
will
missed?
allow it because you have to use a death saving throw. So we can
I take an
retroactively back
action?
that up. No.
but I used an
Oh,
action.
yeah,
We're all
that's
just
right.
reaching now. We're all just
Alright,
reaching.
alright.
That is not a reach.
alright.
Is it, if we're
That is not a
retconning that it
reach.
didn't
You're right.
hit,
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
so I'm gonna, if anything, I'm gonna fire at this thing, but we're going to act like it was still back here.
So yeah,
because
basically
it would have
back
been
here.
before it moved.
Yep. Okay.
So these things just look like weird like creatures, right?
Yes.
Not like undead thingies.
They
I
definitely
know?
look undead.
Oh, they do look undead. I'm gonna
Yeah.
chill touch these motherfuckers.
Okay.
Or well, that one specific motherfucker, I guess. I'm going to attempt to chill touch. I'm still gonna do Form of Dread, so that will keep. But if I hit this thing with an attack, it will be afraid of me and it wouldn't come up near me.
Thank God.
Oh my gosh! It's a 2 again!
well-
It's a fucking 2!
That explains why it didn't didn't do anything.
Yeah,
last
why
time.
it's not feared and it's right up next to me. Okay, cool. I'm fine with that. But my gosh,
And how much did you heal, Kai?
that's fine.
Between Cure Wounds and Healing Word,
Yes.
I am up to. I healed 20, a total of 20.
Okay. Good. All right. So we're back to where we're supposed to be. At which
Yeah,
point.
whered the third thing go? Oh, or did
That's
Did you
basically
kill it?
what got interrupted. So basically, as
Okay.
it charges forward and tries to like come into contact with all of you, basically June just slices it in half and it shrivels up and just
Oh,
disintegrates. The other two, however, will both lunge at each of you. Uh-oh, lag.
me up. Actually,
It's not
Well,
going for you.
yeah, he moved that one over towards
Oh.
Adriac. Would it have enough movement to get over there? If it was
Yes.
like over
Yeah,
here?
it wasn't terribly
That's-
far.
That's 40 feet.
Yes, they have a 40-foot movement speed.
Okay.
So
Oh,
oh, Sig has contributed to the magic item hype.
Woohoo!
And
Oh, shit.
thank you,
I
Stig, we love you.
will have to award that. Thank you so much for the for the contribution.
Yes, thank you. We got raided, so Zook told us that we weren't allowed to contribute to it.
Yes.
and we're
Oh,
also
yeah.
getting our
You have to
asses
save us.
beat. So,
So
We are.
basically it lunges at both of you, and upon like coming into contact, you see it basically literally explodes outwards with this necrotic blast of like ichor, bones
Ow,
and muscles, and,
gross.
it
I
just
really-
explodes on all of you.
I really don't like the way these things look at all.
Me
Yeah,
either.
they're
I'm
they're
trying, like,
monsters.
not to look at them.
Literally horrifying.
Oh wait, do we not like?
Okay, so
There's
one
no,
of
like,
them,
roll
one
to
of them
hit?
missed. The one that was going after Adriac missed. The one that went after Zal got 14.
You rolled d12s.
Yes, two die 12 for damage. It hit. I already rolled the to hit,
Oh, did you?
and yes, it was a natural 16. So I didn't ask you
Okay.
if it hit because I just
Okay.
kind of assumed.
I didn't see it. Yeah, it does. I have an armor class of 14.
Yeah.
So what'd you say?
you take 14
damage?
necrotic damage.
Okay.
Groody, yeah, and both of them die after
Okay.
doing that.
Oh, neat.
Jeez, I fucking hope so.
Well, you see.
Ah,
Oh, I got
what the hell?
disconnected.
Yeah, me too.
Ah, shit.
Ah,
I
what
see all
happened?
of you. Oh, fuck.
Oh no, save the
Shit.
I'm
board!
trying.
Oh no!
Save, overwrite. They're supposed to do this shit on fucking Tuesdays.
What is happening?
Well,
Yeah, everyone else.
might-
Beans. That's beans.
Anyway, everybody would have seen the aura around Zal fade as the temporary hit points were spent.
Okay, we are
Wow.
back after that kerfuffle. Everyone's back, I believe.
That was
Evan,
bullshit.
remember to redo your color.
Yes.
All right, we're back
Got
in.
Evan.
We're back in. I believe it was
whose turn was it?
top of the round. It was the monstrosity's turn. They all exploded.
It
They
exploded.
did
Yeah.
explode.
So it is
yes.
the lair action.
Ah, fuck! You can ban it, please.
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah. So if 3 people do start talking, there will be a giveaway.
Yeah.
Dustpan
people, I know
you're in there.
Bazonka Dongos. I mean, yeah, that's a thing. All right. So everyone make a reflex save. Sorry, fucking A. 3.5 dexterity saving throw.
Yes. Yes.
I get
sir.
advantage on that, right?
Yes, you do.
Oh, I didn't roll like absolute ass on this one. 17.
I hope I don't either.
Watch me roll like ass.
I got a 19.
I rolled like ass. I got a 7.
I got a rock.
I got
a rock.
So the you see all the bodies begin to shift, and the hands basically jet out of the ground again and try to grab a hold of you. June and Adriac are both able to kind of jump out of the way, but they grab a hold of Zal and basically keep him in place. Zal, you're now grappled.
Yay.
Again.
And
I was
that
punch
means,
starved as a child.
June, it is your turn.
I'ma fuck it up.
Fuck it up.
Going reckless. Natural 18.
Natural 18 absolutely hits.
First hit. 12 damage total.
12. All right, 12, and that's
Reduce
regular
damage.
damage. Okay.
Yep.
Regular
and
no.
then-
Regular no.
Regular no. Second attack. 12 plus 7.
Yes, that hits.
A lot.
A lot.
And ew. 9 plus
Ew.
6 is 15 damage.
15 damage. Okay, divided by 2 is 7. Okay. All right. So at this point, basically, you attack twice, and you notice that it's having a hard time to piece itself back together. There are bits of like these ghostly entities that are jumping out of the body and kind of and circling around the chamber instead of being a part of this entity. Okay, so that is Adriac. It is now your turn. Oh, I'm sorry. Hang on.
I was about to say, does it not have a
action.
legendary action?
So it is going to use its legendary action to gain its screech back automatically, and now it's June's turn.
You mean Adriac?
Sorry, Adriac. Yeah.
Who are we?
So it will have its screech back next turn.
No.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
I need 2. Put some distance between me and it because I don't want to be at disadvantage for this. So.
You, there is a barrier there. Oh wait,
Can
no.
I get?
The door is here. Sorry, that's my bad.
Yeah, I was just like 5 feet away.
Yep.
Just-
That will provoke an attack of opportunity unless you are disengaging.
It's
No,
large
I
though,
need
so
my
it has a
action.
10-foot.
Yes. Yeah, it has a 10-foot range, so you're still in its
So-
threat range right now.
I need
Yeah.
to be far enough away that I won't be at disadvantage to cast a spell.
You'll have to go
No,
one more.
Do
One
you
more
though?
square.
Is it their threat range or your threat range
Their
that you have
threat
to be out
range.
of?
Their threat range.
Why though?
All right, it is going to attack make an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
And misses, I believe. What is your AC?
16.
Yeah, it sees you taking a few steps back and it claws at you, but unfortunately you jump back real quick on your hooves. Okay, do what you're gonna do.
I'm going to cast another 3rd level guiding bolt.
Third level guiding bolt. Okay.
And I am going to preemptively use my inspiration to give myself advantage.
Oh, it probably did.
I still see the overlay.
You do?
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Does a 14 hit?
14 just hits.
Good thing I used my fucking inspiration.
All
Thank
right.
God.
So you are now here to get out of its threat range.
Yep.
Yeah, well, you would be here. Yeah, that's fine.
I do 19 damage.
19 damage. Okay, that's regular damage.
A lot of twos.
So that'd be...
Regular null.
Okay. Oof. Alright, so that is the entirety of your turn?
I think so. I don't. Any bonus actions I do, I think.
You're all set?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just looking because I clicked the bonus action tab and it says charge. It's like, wait, I can't do that. I already used my action.
Yeah. Alright, so it will let out this baleful screech. As you hear this cacophony of voices just hit the entire chamber. Everyone make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
11.
Okay,
18.
okay,
10.
okay. So that would be... Oops. I'm not counting the last one. Because it's supposed to be 4.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, so that would be minus the... Oh, hang on. That would be the 1 that it negates, because it always does it in order. So the 1 was the last one over here. So
whatever.
yeah, whatever. But that's the way it works. Okay, so everyone. Everyone except
Half
for
would be
June
11.
takes 23 points of damage. June, you take half.
So, round it up or down?
Round down. Always round down.
So
Would
11.
be 11, yeah. Zal is looking like real fucking hurt.
It's fine,
Real
guys. I'm
fucking
only at,
hurt.
like, not even half yet.
Yeah, fuck you, barbarian. Okay, so that means it is Zal's turn? Yeah, Zal's turn.
Yep.
Oh.
Okay, well... I'm very low on health. So you hit it with a guiding bolt though, so that's advantage, correct?
Yep.
On stuff. And I have to be out of its threat range in order to not get disadvantage on my
Yes,
spell attacks.
But you're grappled.
Why would it not be my threat range? Because I'm the one casting.
That's how it works. They
Why
can hit
not?
you. It's because they can hit you.
Yeah, but I always
Well,
imagined
technically-
it was
it's
because I was
technically
too
ranged.
close to it. So
Yeah,
it was a ranged attack. So if I move like out of 5 feet, like out of melee, that it would still be fine.
You're still in melee though, because he's in melee.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because he's just a big ass
Yes, he's
motherfucker.
huge.
Okay, I get you.
Okay.
Yeah. No, you're fine. He doesn't look as big as like what it doesn't matter. It's fine. So I will. Gosh, I will chill. I'm gonna cast Chill Touch. Oh, you know what I need to do? I need to roll a concentration check for Hex, I believe.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So that's a con. What
Yeah.
now?
DC half the amount of damage you took.
Yeah, I believe so. But like, what is it? A con check or a con save?
Constitution saving throw.
I get advantage though because I have Warcaster,
Yep.
right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so it's a con save and I get advantage. So that's 16 on the first one.
You succeed. Yep.
I succeed. Okay, so a nat 20 is not going to help anything.
Yeah, no,
there,
it's not
so
gonna help
I'm not
more.
gonna roll again.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So it's still hexed. I will need to keep better tabs on that though. So it's still hexed. I'm going to try to chill touch it, and it's just a straight roll because I'm at disadvantage because it's really big and I'm in low health. I don't want to. Well, I saw it provoke an attack on Adriac, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm gonna let this drop because I'm rolling it, but I would move away, seeing that its attention was focused on Adriac.
Mm-hmm.
You're still
For that
grappled
moment.
though.
I am still grappled, you're right.
Yes.
Then never mind. I will not move anywhere. Okay, so
All right,
this
what
is
do
a
you do,
17
Zal?
to
Oh,
hit.
you guys are so stressed. This is great.
It's she'll touch.
I don't know what you guys' problem is.
I'm a barbarian.
Shut up, Barbar.
Oh my goodness.
Your opinion
Let's
is
see how
irrelevant.
barbarian you are in real life.
Just think about how much more badass you would have been if you got the magic weapon for rage.
Oh my god, yeah, I was about to say, like, oh,
I
that
got
would've been
17
so
to
great.
hit. I'm
17
pretty sure that
hits. Yes.
So I get 2d8 damage, and there are some effects with
Okay.
this, so that's cool. Oh, wow. So it's 7 damage. That's Hex. And it's immune to necrotic damage, which
Yes.
is stupid.
Yep.
So like
Is
my
it?
extra damage. My extra damage doesn't work.
It's a spoop.
It is a
Oh.
spook.
Why is it? Oh, well, guess what? Guess what chill touch is necrotic damage. So never fucking mind.
So the whole thing
forgot
was
about that.
the whole thing was necrotic.
Yes, because it says on a hit the target takes 1d8 necrotic damage, but I'm up levels, so it's
Gotcha.
2d8 right now.
So basically, you reach forward with the skeletal thing.
But no, hold on a second.
Okay.
Because if I hit an undead target, it has disadvantage on attack rolls against me until the end of my next turn.
So you still hit it.
I still hit it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it just doesn't do any
damage. Gotcha. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So basically, yeah, it's grasping around the baleful entity, but the necrotic damage that is pulsing around that skeletal hand that you blasted forward doesn't seem to be affecting it, and just at you.
Yeah. Now it's just.
I
not
believe that is
happy.
top of the round.
Yeah,
Your
top of
little
the
buddy
round.
do anything?
Yeah, do you
Oh,
have a bonus action to allow your
Dragon
pseudo
Guardian?
dragon to attack?
You're right. I do. Let me read this.
You didn't use your bonus action, did you?
No, I did not. Okay. Yeah. Kogara's gonna try to sting.
All right.
Just gonna try to sting it. So I guess let me go ahead and roll that.
It's immune to
Also-
poison, so that's not going to do anything, but it might
No,
do
it's
damage.
it does damage.
Yes. It does regular
but it
damage,
does-
but the poison won't do anything.
The poison won't, but the whole part of it falling unconscious doesn't have anything to do with the poison. There's no wording that says. It just says if the saving throw fails by 5 or more. But it's up to however you interpret that. I don't see any reference
I would
to poison. but if
interpret
it's-
that as rules as intended, it's the poison. I would, that's
Stupid.
the way because rules as written, you're correct, but I think rules as intended is that it is the poison effect.
Yeah, I
Well,
also...
it is 21 to
21
hit.
hits, yes.
So it does 1d4 plus 2 piercing damage. That
Yes.
still does something. At
Yes,
least.
absolutely.
You guys are fucking my shit up.
Fucking shit up.
No, I'm not fucking shit up. You guys are fucking my shit up. It takes 5 piercing damage.
5 piercing damage.
Which is magical for the purposes of this.
Yes. All right. So
Straight good old 5.
you see, basically, it is. There are pieces of the spirit that are like shooting out of it, like the different spirits that coalesce, and it looks not too good. It's.
Fuck it up.
At which point it is top of the round. Well, it's going to use a legendary action first. And it is going to. It's going to go after June.
Yeah, fuck you. June's like vibrating.
Big spook
And
man.
what is your
no
AC?
need for blankets.
What is your AC,
I've
June?
15.
Yeah, it basically turns around and like tries to haphazardly claw at you, but it looks so weakened that it's not able to make purchase. Now it's the top of the round, and it is going to see if it gets its Baleful screen back.
Stop it. Stop.
Do.
Stop.
Critical miss!
Get some help. I don't know if you can critical miss a
Gets its
D6.
Baleful screech back. No! All right, everyone, make a Constitution saving throw for me.
I think whatever happens, Zal is going down.
Yeah.
Was it gonna be left up to June after this? Well, that's okay. I rolled a 15.
15. Okay.
I rolled an 11.
Give
I'm
a
pretty
botch
sure.
to who?
Who's the botch to?
To
At
me?
Zoo.
Okay. That won't affect the getting its screech back, but that will affect its attack.
Whatever attack
Unfortunately,
roll.
it rolled an attack. The Baleful Screech is not an attack, so it doesn't roll. Everybody else does. So, but if it attacks, which it will do after this turn, it will be at a failure.
Oh, yay. That's me.
That's me. Okay, so
All
what did
of us.
everybody roll in their con checks?
11!
11,
Because you hate me.
15.
15, okay.
Tabletop
11.
simulator hates me.
11, okay. So June once again takes half damage from this. Jeez.
I got +6 to my
Oh,
my
that-
con save.
Ignore that. That's it doesn't do die 6s.
Nope, you rolled it. That's 4.
No. You wish. All right. So both Adriak and Zal take 17 plus 3, 20 points of damage as it blasts out with that cacophony once again. You take half, so 10.
Guys, I finally reached about halfway down my health.
Yeah, Zal just falls to the ground.
So did they. Yep.
He's like,
Aw, yeah!
here's something I haven't been considering, Zook. What does Kogara do in situations like this? Is he also supposed to be rolling?
Yes, he is. I totally
That's- oh,
forgot. Yeah,
That's so rude, familiar-wise. They don't have like any health.
yeah. How much health does a pseudo dragon have?
That's,
No,
like-
what? I mean,
2d4 plus 2, or 7 average.
So yeah, that blast would have killed it, even if it saved.
How are familiars supposed to maintain any battle presence?
Yeah, it's one of those like area of effects really fuck up familiars. So yeah, basically it like blasts
Like, he just
outwards,
boosted it.
and yeah, it just disintegrates in
He
the
would have
air.
done that way earlier, but
Yeah,
That's
but
fine.
whatever. We're not gonna retcon that much. Okay, so basically now it is layer action turn, as it will summon a 1d4 minus one of those creatures
okay.
to a minimum of 1. It summons 2. Apparently, the creature was lost in the void. Yeah, I lost them.
Oh no!
Oh well. So what I'm gonna do is instead it's just gonna
Just
do
use these skeletons.
it'll do the grapple thing. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it'll
just
just do
supposedly
the
use the
grapple
skeleton. we'll die them so they're different.
actually, yeah, we'll do that. You know what? Actually, I got tokens I can use. Hang on.
I'm right here though.
I'm here though. Okay, so
I'm funny.
boop,
yeah.
and boop. They appear. All right. So that's the lair action. They don't go till next round, and that means it is Juniper. No, I forgot to have him attack. No, I did.
Rip.
I did, but he missed. I remember. So now it is Juniper's turn.
Yeet.
Right. Reckless attack. Whoa, that was too many. I'll just take these two on the left. 11 and 17. Sweet. Okay, so 17 naturally. Cool. Wow, okay. 8 damage for the first attack.
Halved
Yup.
to 4. Okay.
Second attack. Natural 7. Oh, natural
That's
20.
20.
Please roll good. Please roll good.
Nah.
Oh, I rolled off a fucking 12, you bitch! Okay, so 12 damage total.
12 damage total, divided by 2, or is that with
Yup.
the division?
No, that's F. That's
So
before.
6 points of damage altogether.
Fucking god, this sucks.
Yes, is that correct? 6 points of damage.
Yep.
All right, Juniper, tell me what happens.
Oh shit, really?
Yes.
Yep.
Holy fuck!
He was
well,
at,
after.
he was at 0 HP, but because of undead fortitude, it brought him to 1.
Oh, okay. Oh fuck. Alright, so June watches his 2 comrades fall, and it's like, oh Jesus.
Oh wait, did Adriac fall?
Yeah.
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 Oh
Yeah,
well,
you
you're not
both.
flipped, so.
Oh, it's fine.
Whatever.
That's such a fucking. Anyway, June
they
watches.
just do headstands. It's so
Yeah,
weird.
it's so weird.
What a
June,
freak nature thing.
June watches them both just drop after that fucking scream, and he's pissed. And like just as these things like spawn, June like leaps up and just drags his whole axe down the middle of it
Okay.
from head to bottom.
All right, so this whole battle, you've not been making much purchase to it. You jump up
Really
into the
pissing
air,
me off.
and you bring it down, and you feel it like actually hit into this back, and you see this like little banner with arcane runes on it. And looking at it, you grab a hold of it with your axe and bring it right down, bisecting it. As you see it like glow this this necrotic energy, as spirits begin wisping all over the room.
Ooh.
And seems to have dispersed. The undead creatures that were formed all fall apart and go back into the body. For now, it would seem that whatever this is, the threat has passed.
Yeah. Okay. June will
Talk
kind of
shoo.
take a moment to like wait just in case for like maybe like 5 fucking seconds, and then runs over to whoever's closest. So Zal.
Both of you make a
Oh yeah, I remember 6 seconds.
yeah.
You're gonna make a death save.
everyone make a death save.
What does that mean?
Not you.
Please do not fail. That's a fail.
That's 2 fails.
Oh Jesus.
I got a
not-
13
13 you succeed.
plus plus what my
Juniper,
con?
make a medicine saving throw.
A medicine? What the fuck is a
I'm sorry,
saving
not,
throw for
not
medicine?
a medicine check. That's my
Okay.
bad.
Are death saves
yeah.
saving throws or just checks?
Death saves, they're just straight rolls.
Oh, they're just straight rolls.
Yep,
okay.
straight rolls. If you get above a 10, you succeed. If you get 10 or below, no, a 10 or above, you succeed. 9 or below, you fail.
Well, June provokes a death fail on Zal. He got a 1.
I rolled a nat 1.
A nat 1. Okay. Adriac,
Okay.
Adriac took one of these blasts before. He's probably okay.
Yeah.
That was a
sure.
medicine to check to see how bad Adriac was doing right now.
Oh, okay.
No,
All right, yeah.
Zal, I wouldn't.
So you instinctively
Zal.
run over to Zal, the
I'll
closest
just
person.
go to Zal. I mean, yeah, that's the closest person, so that's exactly what June was gonna do to begin with.
Yeah, but basically the medicine check was to see if you knew how bad Adriac was doing. So you
Gotcha.
could have got over there instead. But you
I
failed.
see.
So go ahead and make a medicine saving throw, I assume, is what you're doing.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm gonna
Okay.
try to
Give
find.
medicine check, yeah.
I'm gonna.
You don't have any healer's kits?
I know.
Oh my god.
How the fuck would I have that?
Yeah, whatever.
Okay, that's better. It's a 10.
Okay.
Plus?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Yep.
A 10 succeeds, and he is
Oh
stabilized.
my god. Okay, cool. All right, I feel very confident about that. I'm gonna.
Make a death saving throw.
I don't wanna.
Can I give them my inspiration? Hey, do you someone wanna do like a
Okay, so if chat
crit?
doesn't turn that into a crit, Adriac is dead. I'm just gonna say that now. I will give chat a chance to stop Adriac
Can I
from
do it?
dying. Okay,
Can I do it?
it has been redeemed.
Well, hello.
So that is a critical. So that means not only are you stabilized, you gain 1 hit point. You are back up.
Oh, thank God. Yeah, okay,
That got
so
sketchy quick.
that was real sketchy. Oh my God. June is in the middle of coming over, and you just see. I'm imagining like fucking Adriac's eyes just shoot open, and June's just
Yeah.
like, okay,
That's
never
kinda
mind.
what I thought too. I don't know why, but my imagination was just like something magical happened, and we just aren't sure.
Yeah, pretty much. Actually, I will say, chat will manifest as a deific being here as you see this this glimmer of light come from the heavens, and just it's like this little wisp of energy circles around Adriac for a moment and jumps into Adriac's body as there's this glow of holy energy, and then Adriac's eyes shoot open.
But it's not Adriac, it's Adriac's other self that goes out and kills people in the middle of the night.
A star shark. Okay, so
A Stark.
Adriac is back up with 1 HP, and Zal is stabilized but still
Yeah.
unconscious.
Still just chilling.
I will take the 10 minutes to cast Prayer of Healing.
Okay.
Just imagining fucking Adriac just kind of gets back up, and June's just like, well, that was a little hairy.
A little.
Just a little.
So 14 plus 4, everyone heals 18 hit points.
18 hit points.
Nice.
All right, that's clutch.
Cool. Cool. Neat.
All right,
Yep.
so everyone is like, you basically feel that energy from the healing spell as your eyes flicker open. You see Kogara is nowhere to be seen. You know with your telepathic connection with your familiar that he has basically been banished to his other dimension. You can resummon him if you'd like. It would just take you that ritual to do so.
Yeah.
So at this point, you are all in this crypt with all these dead bodies. It is calm for the moment. However, you are still seemingly stuck in as you see the magical barrier behind you. What do you guys do?
Zal kind of raises up, hands to his head, like kind of recovering
Hand.
his.
One hand.
Hand.
Did I say hands?
Yeah.
I didn't mean to. I just meant to say hand.
It sounded like you said hands.
Yeah.
Well, hand. He's got a singular hand.
Singular hand. Okay.
He kind of puts it to his head, and he's just like, "That could have gone better."
Could have gone worse.
Kind of shakes his head, walks over to the barrier, and starts inspecting it.
Okay. Looks like the runes are from the outside currently.
Oh, so just trapped us fucking back in here.
You are trapped in here for the moment, at least.
Yeah, June's just gonna immediately start rummaging
Can I
through
not
bodies.
Sure.
Use my magical knowledge to try to figure out
Sure.
how
Go
to
ahead
get
and make an
this
Arcana
barrier
check.
away?
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay.
You
That was kind of what I was
absolutely
going
do
for,
so.
but you just said the runes are on the outside, and I was
Well,
like, okay.
You gotta specify.
No, I mean that's fair. That's fair. I just kind of assumed you like knew what I was going for, but
My God, I'm not omnipotent.
you should be. It's pretty. Like I just don't know why you're not. Ooh, that's not bad. Bad. 19.
So whatever the power of this portal is definitely keeping you inside. The runes are on the outside, so you would need something from the outside to be able to disrupt it, or something that actually just extinguishes magic altogether in order to get past this barrier, or find an alternate route out.
Okay.
All right.
Well, Zal. So the thing is gone. Is there like, did any specific body drop from it, or did it just seem like it was all mostly spirits? And
They were
stuff?
all spirits, yes. It was
They were all
completely made out of spirits. Juniper, go ahead and make an investigation check.
Okay. Oh, I actually
Well-
really good at. Oh no, that's my intimidation.
Zal
Okay.
is also going to be investigating. So can we do like a duel thing? Like,
Yeah, if one of you wants to help
I'm
the other,
just-
or you can do
I'm just
independent
checking
rolls.
around.
all right. Well, I guess we're just gonna independently.
I
roll.
don't know what
So-
you're investigating, but
I'm looking for
Like-
Helga.
neat.
I'm looking for Helga.
I got 13.
13? Okay.
Fucking awesome! I love these dice. They're the best.
Oh, what?
Oh.
What do you mean I disconnected? I'm still here.
Oh, god damn it.
It says I disconnected, but I'm
Steve,
still looking.
what is your issue,
It says
man?
I have also
Oh.
disconnected.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
everyone.
see that. God damn it, Steve. You're the worst.
Steam. Yep, it's Steam. Pain.
Try to play a fucking game here, guys. Alright. Try to invite you guys back. Because
Yeah, I'm still here for
Yeah.
some reason.
Dave didn't get
Weird.
kicked, so I don't know.
Here, while we're doing that, I'm gonna go put my drink in the fridge so it'll stay cold. Because I took all the ice out.
Apparently, I am entirely disconnected from Steam. Ow. And a pile of books.
Yeah, I am also
somewhere.
disconnected. Steam tells me I am offline.
There we go.
Come on.
You know, why do they have fridge lights but not freezer lights? I always thought that was stupid.
I don't know if Maybe it has something to do with the cold and the light bulb? I don't know.
Yeah, I guess that might be possible.
Because from what I've always noticed is that whenever it's like really cold, lights are super dim.
Yeah, but I mean, some light would be better than no light. Zook, I rolled a 12 looking for Helga.
Okay.
I'm not going to stop until Helga is found, though.
So it is incredibly difficult to distinguish bodies, especially ones that are skeletal. You find several bodies that are very well are probably hobgoblins, but there are a lot of hobgoblin bodies here. Because as you would guess, the entirety of the clan of Forest Maw is here.
is probably here.
Mm. I rolled a 13.
13.
I'm searching around for something weird.
Okay, somebody roll me.
I'm not
Boy,
in, but
I'll do it.
I can use my real dice.
No, I'll roll it.
Did it really not freaking... Are you guys
I-
out completely?
I'm not
Jesus.
connected to Steam entire. I closed Steam and I'm trying to get back into Steam and it just says I'm trying to connect.
All right, well, someone
Right,
roll me
so-
a percentile.
That will be me.
Percentile.
Yep.
I was gonna say we have real dice and I can just show the camera what I rolled.
All right, well then fucking do it if you want to
I
roll
don't
the
care,
dice. It's
yeah.
fine.
I have to
trust
find
you.
my dice first.
I'm
Because
just
you have
saying,
no
like,
idea
I'm
what the
here
what the
on.
result of,
Yeah, I have no
of a
idea what it is.
percentile is going to do for you.
Okay, I'll use my trans dice. Oh shit! They all rolled off the table.
Trans dice rolling off the table. It's just like you.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't know
I
what
got
that
one.
means.
I don't either,
I
but
don't
it
either.
sounded good, so I just went with it.
It's valid. Oh, there's the other one. Okay, try this again. I got a 32.
32. Okay. 32.
Steam, connect me.
Yeah, yeah. Same. I don't need both of these, but D12, D8, D6.
Okay. Now, just a second. Find it. Do-do-do. Where are you?
Scooby Dooby Doo. Is that all of them?
So, are you guys still not connected?
Yep, it just says
Jesus
connecting Steam account.
Christ.
This is supposed to happen on Tuesdays, not
We
Wednesdays.
could all be dead.
Yeah, they're
You're
supposed to
right.
do this on freaking. Alright, so Juniper, as you're rummaging around things, you find a few different things. Somebody make me a roll of a die 4.
Are you gonna do that too?
What am I doing? Oh, a die 4?
Die 4.
I got 2.
2? Okay. You find what look like 2 reddish potion bottles. They have like a swirling reddish fluid that sparkles with gold inside of it.
Oh.
I'm back on Steam.
Yay! You also
says connecting
find
here.
somebody
Oh, there it went.
somebody roll 2 die 6 and then times the result by 100.
Someone else can do that if they want.
I will use D&D Beyond's dice roller. So 8 times, what do you say?
100.
800?
You find a total of 800 copper.
Oh.
Someone
Okay.
make a roll of 1 die 10 and times it by 10.
I will do.
I found.
I said I will.
What? Oh no, I want to. Am I the one that's finding this? Or...
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're the one
Okay,
finding
okay.
this. So go ahead and put this in your inventory.
Yeah. Equipment, currency. You said 800 copper?
800 copper. Yep. 2
Oh
potions.
dear. I don't know
And
what the
multiply it by
potions
how
do.
much?
Multiply
The
by
die 10.
10.
600.
What?
600.
600? How did you get 600?
Oh, 60. Sorry. You said 10.
60
Math.
silver.
Math.
Silver. Interesting. Okay.
And then roll a die 12.
I will do
Ha.
that. Or is somebody
Okay.
else doing it already?
It's too late. Someone's already doing it.
Oh.
Aww. And 10 pieces of gold.
Okay.
In the midst of one of the bodies, you see this skeletal figure. Basically, its hand is wrapped around this beautiful looking, this beautiful looking like rod of some sorts. On either, it basically is like this cobalt blue, and it's etched with runes. These golden runes that go up the entire rod. It's probably about 5 or so feet, and on either side there is like this jagged blade. Basically, let's see if I can get this on stream so you guys can see. It's this right here.
Ooh.
You see that?
Oh. So it's a big staff?
It looks like maybe a staff or like a javelin or a weapon of some sort. Yes.
Junior will pick it up.
Okay.
Look at it.
You guys
inspect it.
all see this as you can kind of see Jude is rummaging around the corpses and grabbing
I'm
a
just,
bunch of items and stuff.
I don't seem phased by all of the fucking like visceral, nasty
how does
bullshit.
Zal feel about this?
I mean, we just kind of had to run around all over the top of them anyway while fighting that thing.
Mhm.
Like, and he has to rummage. He's been rummaging through anyway to find Helga. So
Maybe that's what I'm doing. You don't know that.
yeah, like
Mhm.
I wouldn't say it's pretty similar. Like when you're dead. Like he does want to take care of these bodies
Sure.
at some point,
Yeah.
but he doesn't feel like we really mean them any disrespect. We're just trying to, accomplish goals and stuff. And as long as we take care of these bodies, he'll be fine.
Okay.
Like burn them or whatever. Like as long as a burial is
Gotcha.
given,
All right.
he'll probably be okay.
Adriac, what are you doing during all this?
Good question though.
Can I make an Arcana roll to see if an idea I have work?
Sure. What is the idea?
I can ritually cast Lehman's tiny hut. What happens if I cast Lehman's tiny hut next to the barrier? Because magic can't go through Lehman's tiny hut, and it spreads out around me.
It would just act like a wall.
This hurts my brain. I'm just gonna flat out say no. No, that doesn't work. Because I'm not gonna let you guys. If I say that it works here, it's gonna be a setting of the precedence of being able to get past magical barriers with Leoman's tiny hut, and I am not letting that happen. So I will. Mills Lane comes out of nowhere. I will not allow it. Oh, okay. So what is Adriac doing?
Thinking.
Okay. You feel, Zal, as you're kind of looking about the place, trying to find Helga, you get the sense that you're not going to be able to find it by mundane means, but perhaps a spiritual means might help.
Okay. Well, I assume you're kind of pointing me in a direction. Zal will kind of move so he's not sitting on the bodies just because it's uncomfortable.
Sure.
Move kind of over here, and we'll sit down, cross his legs, and sort of start meditating. And he'll kind of say, like in his head, so like you guys don't really hear what he's saying, and maybe he's like doing some humming or some sort of like what's the word, like people chant, but he would be doing that but sort of humming, so it's more so humming like some sort of a ritualistic tune.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe to kind of set a mood for his meditation. And in his head he kind of calls out to the four guardians, and he says, what are they called? The Shijin?
The Shijin, yes.
Shijin. And is that, so what does Shijin mean? Is that the religion as a whole, or is that a way to refer to the four of them, like the Shijin?
Both would work. Shijin is the name of the religion. They are also, if they're not called the Four Guardians, they can also be referred to as the Shijin. So both would work.
Okay. So Zal will say, Shijin, please.
I don't know if it's some of our viewers in chat that are sending me a bunch of follows on Twitter, but thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Oh, interesting. Nice. Zal will say, Shijin, please help me find the soul that I am here to find, so that we may give her proper rest per the request that I got, as well as maybe a good way to take care of the rest of these bodies as well. I'd hate for them to sit here restless for much longer.
Make a religion check at the advantage.
Oh, okay, we'll see. I don't know how good his religion is, but I don't think it's terrible. Oh, no, it's not terrible. Cool. I'm not proficient in it, but it's not terrible. Here. Let's do this. Oh, wow. Thank you, dice. Not like anything else would have been any better, but
get over
it's
10?
It's an 11.
Okay. So you open your eyes after meditating, and you look, and in the center of the room, right about here, underneath, creeping underneath, like through bones and sinew and different bodies and whatnot, you see a faint glow. of some sort.
Okay. I will go inspect it.
Okay.
I will move over yonder.
Yep. So yeah, you see underneath. It's definitely underneath quite a few bodies. You have to. I assume that you're going to be moving the bodies aside to see what's
Yeah.
underneath. So in the center, it actually looks like there is a jade inset of the floor of Siriu, curled up, and it's
Oh.
holding that jade ball that you saw in the town as well, and it is faintly glowing. You instinctively just reach out to it, and you place your hand on the rune as the light blasts forward, and all of you can kind of see this illumination as this happens. Hang on just a second. Let me get some. Be nice if this freaking it was actually working the way it was supposed to.
Yeah, man, it'd be nice if fucking anything was working.
I know, today is just like
everybody's apparently feeling shitty today. Steam, the dice rollers, dice in general. Maybe dice just hate me.
maybe. So as it begins to glow, all of you see this as the whole room begins to and shake as pieces of rubble begin to slightly fly up before eventually the pulsing and the rumbling stops, and the glow disappears, and the rocks that were floating fall to the ground, and it is silent. And then there's a crack as you see the mural in front of you of Sirio crack and burst open, as you see this Eastern-esque dragon basically fly up in a spectral greenish form in front of you, and it... You've seen this form before.
Out.
You've seen this form before, Zal, Spirit Guard. It is Sirio in front of you. Spirit
Zal...
Guard, you have summoned me.
What the fuck?
So I'll kneel, kind of put my singular arm on my knee and kind of bow my head, and say, "Yes, Seiryu, I, as you can see, need a little bit of assistance to put this clan to proper rest so that they may find their way to your lands."
Sig goes, "Well, hello, God. How be you today?" Technically not a god, but close enough. So... And he looks around the area. Great travesty befell these proud warriors of the Forest Maw and the Skjadi people that allied them in the combat. It is a travesty what has been done to these people. And you wish for me to guide them, correct?
Yes, I made a promise to the husband of one such of these fine people, and I aim to make true that promise.
The dragon nods. Then join me in prayer, and let us finally let these souls rest. And he closes his eyes and just slightly curls around you, his entire body wrapping around you 3 times, almost in like this nuzzling embrace, as you hear this hum come from Siriu as well. You close your eyes, I assume, doing what what Siriu says. And when you open them again, you see all of the bodies begin to levitate. The skeletal remains are piecing together the crumble from the impact of your footsteps throughout the battle. The bodies actually repair themselves and whatnot, before finally they flake and they turn into ash, and eventually all of the bodies disappear. And then one by one you see a soul for each one of the bodies crawl out of the ground and stand. They look confused at their surrounding, and you hear in an ancient form of Ocridian that none of you can quite grasp in its entirety, but the most of what you hear is what you kind of grasp from what you do know of, common. It's Siriu is basically calling out to these people and saying, "Come with me, my children." And you see all of them as Siriu wraps around the entire chamber. They all climb on the back of Siriu, and you see him with his hand. He reaches towards his the jade orb, and he extends it forward, and as he does so, it almost breaches the ethereal plane onto the material plane, as you actually have the embodied claw of Siri reach out, and instead of the globe, as it pierces that veil, it turns into this like ornate glass orb with a dragon curling around it, and several different like accoutrement filigree with gems and set inside of the inside of this bottle, and he basically gives it to holds it out for you all.
I quietly but graciously accept it and kind of give like a nod. If I had two hands, I would raise both of them up to accept it, but I do not. So just the one.
He places it in your hand and says, "These are my ashes. When you need my aid in battle, merely breathe in my essence, and I will grant you a portion of my ability. You've done me a great service and all the Guardians a service today, as well as you, Juniper and Adriac. The four Guardians thank you." You see all the bodies are, all the souls on the back of Siriu are looking at you, and they bow in reverence to all of you. One such hobgoblin female approaches, and this wispy form, beautiful purplish robes and like different she's got scars on her face from battle. She's beautiful, but she's obviously seen her share of skirmishes, as she since June, you were the one to do the finishing blow. She walks up to you and clasps your hand around with her own, and she nods to you. And you see her, she doesn't actually say any words. It's like the sound of her voice isn't piercing the veer, but she mouths the words, "Thank you." And you get the feeling that this is Helga. And when she takes her hands away, you see what looks like a small vial, like a perfume bottle, is left in your hand of this like iridescent purplish liquid, and she gets onto the back of Siriu as well, and then they basically lift off the ground, swirl around, and then they blast through the barrier, and the runes just shatter outwards, and eventually they all go through the wall and they disappear. What do you guys do?
Zal he's still kind of kneeling a little bit, holding the bottle that Siriu gave, just kind of still in like a kneeling position, sort of just taking in what happened. Not as if he is surprised necessarily, but just like it's always an awe-inspiring experience to interact so closely with one of the four guardians that he just kind of has to take a moment every time to take it all in.
So,
but is happy. He's smiling. You guys, okay. I don't think I've seen him genuinely smile, but you see probably like a little, if you're looking at his face, there's probably a small curl of the mouth.
Juniper, you can add a vial of perfume. It is lavender scented.
What do I get to add?
for you, Zal, in the managed equipment section, do a search for Ashes of Siriu.
Ooh, I see them. I added
I
them.
wasn't able to finish it and make it pretty the way I wanted it to. I was pressed for time, unfortunately, today.
Pretty
But I
pretty.
will.
It's like purple. It has all the.
Okay,
the
so
stuff.
the picture did show up. Okay, I was worried about that.
Oh no,
but...
there's no picture, but the words are purple.
Oh, okay.
Ashes of Siriu, like the
Yes,
naming of it is
yes,
purple, but yeah,
yes.
there is no image. There's just like some small
Yeah,
bottle.
I'm gonna finish it, but the gist of what it does is in that description. And so you're all basically in this room. All of the bodies are gone, and it looks like you got the most of the items on the ground. You see a few pieces of equipment that dilapidated shields and broken swords and whatnot. They're really not of use. Speaking of which, since you have all of that, all of those items, June, how are you on encumbrance? Are you encumbered?
I don't know.
It should say under your equipment.
I'm not sure what all of it's. I don't know if it's counting my horse or not. So
you should be able to override the weight.
If
I don't know how to do that.
If you click on the horse,
it's not terrible. Yeah.
And then
I don't think it would though, because I don't think I had to override my camel. I can check.
I'm pretty sure we had this issue.
Carrying a horse in your ass pocket.
I do not have to override my camel, so it probably is not making.
Okay.
You...
Yeah.
Well, it says I'm encumbered. So.
Yes, because it's something to note that every 50 coins is 1 pound.
Oh,
so,
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
that much copper.
Take this
Can we
fucking
find an
copper.
exchange?
I don't want this.
You guys, you are very, very overburdened right now.
So, well, let's do a little bit of math. So you have 600 copper divided by 50, so that's 12 pounds of copper that you have. I could probably take all of that, most of that. Here, let me try.
Also, put a javelin in your inventory, June.
Okay.
But for a note, put unidentified. Because you don't know
what
it does.
I did that with the potions too.
Okay,
Here,
good.
I can take all 600 copper and I will be unencumbered. So then maybe we can find an exchange.
800 It's 800 copper.
Is it 800?
Yeah.
Yes.
Still unencumbered.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'll take all the copper.
Fucking shit. Just take it. I don't want it.
Yeah, fucking June and his rich bullshit. I don't want this copper.
Fucking pennies. What the bullshit is this?
Yeah.
And
the way we're doing it is that 10 copper is a silver, 10 silver is a gold, and 10 gold's a platinum.
Yes.
So.
Right? Okay.
Yes.
June has 98.5 pounds of item. That's not the coin. He would be encumbered if he gave up all of his coins.
I don't know where this is.
42 pounds of ration.
I don't know where that came from.
42 pounds
Was it
of
supposed to be
rations?
on your horse and you didn't override
yeah,
it?
I guess so.
Yeah.
That's probably what it was. Because
that makes sense.
I'm holding a certain amount of rations on me, but then there's some on my camel, so that way I don't actually I'm not actually holding all of it.
And apparently you're also carrying around a 25-pound chest.
Yes.
Am I?
Well, that is on your horse as well. But
Yeah.
you didn't
wait override it.
Yeah, you didn't wait override it.
It's fine.
Yeah, my shovel is on camel, my saddlebags are on the camel, my saddle pack is on the camel.
Take my pennies, peasants.
My rope is on the camel. 5 on camel, 5 on person for my rations.
Why does it keep doing that? How do I overwrite it?
So if you click on the name of the thing and you go to customize, then there will be the weight override, and you want to put in 0 if you want to take off all the weight. It's weird. It seems to be like a multiplier.
Okay, yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, it's a weird multiplier instead of actually saying how much weight you want it to be. And then you can put notes there and it'll show up on the inventory.
There we go.
Oh, by the way, Zook, we So I had a staff originally, which I don't anymore, so I should just get rid of it altogether.
I thought you
But-
gathered a bunch of like the twig blight arms. And you
Well,
were gonna make
I did say that.
a staff.
Well, yeah, okay. So yeah, we did that. I fashioned an awesome
Yeah.
twisty twig like
Yeah.
staff.
Yeah.
But I have a staff and a quarterstaff.
Okay.
And the only reason we did that was to like so it showed up in like actions for attack and stuff, but the staff already does that with all the same stats. So I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of the quarterstaff
Okay.
just to like give you a heads up. But not that you're probably too worried about it.
I'm not. To be honest.
Figures.
Okay. So manage equipment.
I believe it is time to go back to bed.
What did you want me to look up to add for the staff that I got?
What?
Oh, a javelin.
Just
yeah,
a javelin?
Yeah, it's a javelin, and then just put
Okay.
unidentified in the notes.
Add.
Oh, Zal would take some time to summon Kogara.
I believe it's an hour for
Okay.
the ritual.
Oh, is it
Yeah.
a fucking hour?
Yeah.
I'd probably hold off on it until we were like somewhere safe then.
Yeah.
Here, I don't do any of my like my Pact of the Chain doesn't make that any like
No.
more better.
More better?
I mean, you can look it up.
Yeah, that's what I'm. So I'm gonna look at features and trait class features. You can cast no more spells. Pact being you learn to find familiar spell. Doesn't count against the number of known spells.
Adric wants to go take a nap. He's out of second and third level spells.
Yeah. That was a good fight. I'm happy with the way that turned out. Yeah.
That was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Junwell also split up the other cash that he found. So there was 60 gold or 60 silver. So
Are you gonna
we
do
each
that
get-
down here, or are you going
Yeah.
to do that when you're
Oh, I mean, I guess I
not
could
in
do that.
the tomb that you're breaking into right now?
It's fine.
You alright, Dave?
What happened?
You look like out of it. Like you're looking
Oh,
at
I'm
something.
reading something.
Alright,
Yeah,
cause are you guys gonna like stay here much longer, or
No.
No, we're
leaving.
leaving. Sorry,
Okay,
in my
so-
head, we are walking out. Like as soon as Siri leaves, Zal sits there for like maybe 5 to 10 seconds to take it all in, and then after that, he gets up and is like, "Let's blow this popsicle
no.
stand." So we leave
Okay.
relatively quickly. Yes.
God fucking damn it, Steam.
Oh, cool. Here we
Aw,
go.
fuck.
Yeet.
Colors. Pretty
Okay.
talented
I think
people.
we're back. I think we're back.
Yeah.
There we go. There's the music. All right. So, as you guys head out of the tomb and you head up the mausoleum, it is still nighttime at this point. And you get out into the graveyard with the large pagoda temple that like has like 10 tiers towering over the rest of the town. It's actually the tallest building in Azuyuko. And you were back in the that district. What do you guys do?
Zal just kind of like stands out there and takes a good old deep breath, lets out a good old deep breath, and just is just looks very satisfied. Just kind of chilling for
It
just
was a
for a
good day
little
for
bit.
Zal.
Yeah, even though he fell unconscious, it's fine.
It's probably fun.
It's fine. So yeah, he does that for a few minutes. So
And
kinda chilling.
it seems like no one is the wiser. There's a caretaker you see off in the distance, but looks like he was far enough away that he didn't hear anything that was going down in the tomb. There are no guards that you can see in the vicinity. It looks like smooth
Coast is
sailings if you wanted to go somewhere.
Yeah, probably like did we establish an inn before we?
We did stay at an inn, so we can probably just go back there.
Yeah.
Sure.
Just kind of head there because it's nighttime. Take a sleepy.
Yeah.
Okay, you all head back to your inn. You are unmolested, and you get there. You get to your rooms. Do you want to go to a place together first, kind of talk about stuff? Obviously, divvy up the gold and whatnot, or what are we doing?
Yeah, we probably sit in one of the rooms
Sure.
together.
Or like, well, like what time is it? Around what
We'll
time?
say
Like, is stuff
it's-
closed, or could we get food?
It's late. The bar is still open. The food now, this time of night, is probably going to be like, you know,
Simple shit.
wings that have been drying on top of probably dried, over dried chicken wings and things like that have been sitting all night.
You know what?
Sustenance, but
Yeah, you know what? Zal will, as they kind of enter the inn, he'll say, "Well, why don't we sit down and I'll buy us some food and some drink for a little bit to refresh, and we can divvy out the money, and as a thank you, I'll buy it for you guys for helping me out with that. That obviously was pretty intense." Still looks very satisfied, but like definitely conscious of the fact that that was like,
death defying.
yeah.
Apparently, it did not want to copy the figures over, so I have to reload it. Nothing's working right today.
No.
Oh, don't give me this shit. There we go. Okay. So you all sit down, and you probably grab like a drink or so.
Yeah.
They give you some of the food. Like I said, it's basically leftover food that people didn't eat, but it does the trick. You guys are hungry, and you're sitting around the table and enjoying the meal to the best of your ability, anyways. Is there anything you guys would like to talk about?
Zal will actually ask June. Like, he'll probably stuff his face for a while, so if anybody else has anything they want to say.
June is probably stuffing his face and still inspecting this weird, like, javelin thing.
Yeah, okay, well, Zal will, I guess, kind of eventually calm down on the eating and say, June, I saw who I assumed to be Helga approach you. Did you get anything that we could show our friend Jeremiah to?
Oh, yeah, I wondered about
prove
this.
that we...
He'll pull out the little bottle of pure perfume.
And he kind of gestures for it to like hold on to it.
Sure. Yeah.
And
I'll hand it to you.
you see it's got little bits of looks like there are leaves of like flowers inside of it, and you can smell it without even putting your nose to it. It smells of like wild lavender, and it's a very pretty smell.
Cool. He just starts putting it on. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Actually, June actually did use it before they left.
Yep. It smells good. It has an atomizer at the end, so you don't have to like apply it,
Direct, yeah.
dab. You can just so yeah, it smells pretty.
Okay.
You're looking at the javelin, and you're kind of inspecting it at this point, and you can feel this like sort of power emanating from it. Make an Arcana check for me.
Okay.
I mean, I have to imagine that Zal sees June twirling
Oh, yeah.
this thing around.
Oh, absolutely.
Zal will just kind of say, "When you're done with that, can I take a look?"
Oh, really? You rolled off a fucking 17. 4.
Or it's pretty.
Yeah.
You
that's
could
pretty much
probably
what
kill people with it.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
very pointy. I'll
Yeah.
touch like the side of it and like feel the blade.
You touch and it actually cuts you without even putting
Ah,
pressure
nice.
on it. It's like,
Yes. I'll kind of compare it to like, would I feel like it's a two-handed weapon, or if it's a
It's a
you could use it
javelin.
one-handed.
It is a
So
javelin.
you
It's
could
made
use it one hand.
to throw. It is a throwing weapon.
Oh, so this is wholly of okay.
This is a javelin. You could use it in melee if you wanted to, but judging by with your knowledge of like how weapons work and whatnot, it's definitely aerodynamic enough that it would be able to pierce through the sky very easily if you wanted to throw it.
Okay. I'll hand it to Zal, but I'll kind of like glance over at well, I don't know. Who looks more dexterous to me out of the other two?
Probably Adriak, I would assume. What's your
what I
guys'
thought.
dexterities?
17.
15.
Yeah, okay.
Adriak.
Yeah, so I'll hand it over to Zal. But Juno look over to Adriak and say, I feel like that would probably suit you. Not my type of weapon.
So
As
Zal,
all kinda-
you begin inspecting it.
Yeah, well, and he'll say, you know, I agree. I just want to see what it might be capable of.
Sure. Go ahead and make an Arcana check.
All right, let's.
I'll also pull out those 2 potions I found.
Sure.
I don't know what they are either.
That could be a medicine check if you want to inspect those.
Oh, a medicine check?
Yep.
That's even worse than Arcana, so cool. Let's see
Got
what
it.
happens.
So this is Arcana. It's a 25.
25. You actually are looking down it and you spot the evocation symbol on the end of it, and this obviously is magical. Judging by the way that the blades actually, like, you know, zigzag and whatnot, you're guessing it has something to do with electricity, with lightning.
Okay.
What did
Is
you
that
get
all I
on your
get?
medicine check?
I rolled a natural 20.
Natural 20. These are 2 superior
0.
healing potions.
Superior healing.
What does that
Superior
mean?
healing potions. I believe their superiors are 2d4 plus 4. I want to say.
Healing. For some reason I heard hearing.
I said hearing.
Superior
I was like,
hearing
I was like, what the
potion.
fuck does that mean?
You just hear
Potions.
everything. You wake up with a headache every morning because every sound hurts.
With a 25, you've actually heard of this javelin before. It is a Javelin of Lightning. Hang on just a second. Let me pull it up.
June will hold the 2 potions out to them. 1 for each.
All right.
Oh, thanks.
So Zal, that's
Yeah.
funny.
You 2 need these.
the 2 that fell in battle.
Yep.
All right, so this javelin is a magic weapon. When you hurl it and speak its command word, it transforms into a bolt of lightning, forming a line 5 feet wide that extends out from you to a target within 120 feet. Each creature in the line, excluding you and the target, must make a DC 13 dexterity saving throw, taking 4d6 lightning damage on a failed save and half as much damage on a successful one. The lightning bolt turns back into a javelin when it reaches the target. Make a ranged weapon attack against the target. On a hit, the target takes damage from the javelin plus 4d6 lightning damage. The javelin's property can't be used again until the next dawn. In the meantime, the javelin can still be used as a magic weapon. So whoever wants that can put the Javelin of Lightning into their inventory.
Yeah, I want to see what it does. I mean, it gives me a +4. I mean, it depends. I don't know. I'm not much of a. I would probably give it to Adriak.
Who
'cause
doesn't
I'm not
have
much of a-
range is what you should probably
Yeah.
think of.
Technically, I don't, but am I ever going to use it? Probably not.
I have
Well,
like way.
What are you
tons
going
of
to do
range.
against flying people? But it's your prerogative. Whoever wants to take it can add it to there.
Well, I'll offer it up to Adriak, and if Adriak doesn't want
I just
then-
remember battles with Grog, spending the entire
Oh,
combat
God, yeah.
moving because he can't reach.
I mean, to be fair, I do have my Wild Surge, and I think
Yeah.
I get something else later.
Maybe, yeah.
But I don't
But yeah,
remember.
whoever wants to add it may do so.
No, I'm good.
Oh, well, I'll fucking take it then. If June, I'll offer it to June too. If June doesn't want it, then
And I mean, it's
Yeah.
not like you guys can't swap it later.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
I think it does
June-
require attunement.
probably.
But you should be able to see that when you add it to your character sheet on D&D Beyond.
And proficient. Where does it tell me if it requires attunement or not?
It'll tell you when you equip it if it requires
Oh,
attunement.
I did equip it, but I don't.
Then go down to the attunement section with the 3 orbs and see if there's there should be like an item if it is if it's attunable.
Attunement section with the 3 orbs. Where do I
Not
see that?
orbs like they're circles that where it says attune.
Oh, no, it's not.
then
It's
then
not
it does
attuned
not
there.
require attunement.
Cool. I have it then. It is now on my back.
Okay. All right, so you were all sitting. You finish eating. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about at all before you retire for the night?
Zal will say just a couple more things if nobody else has anything they want to say.
You two took the potions, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I need to
Add that
actually
to
put
your-
that in my.
Superior healing potion.
Potion of healing superior. Okay, it is there. Yeah, so Zal will just say, after he's kind of done stuff in his face and we've inspected our loot, he'll say, I just want to thank you guys once again. Now, since we're going on a journey together, I imagine this is going to be a relatively regular thing, but just know that I'm appreciative, especially of that, as it is more or less my purpose at the moment to help the dead find proper rest. Just met with silence. Cool. Goes to bed. No, I'm just kidding. Respond. I don't know.
It's not exactly my forte, I suppose.
Well, I'd say you handled yourself quite well.
Yeah, usually, normally dealing with things that are very much alive.
Yeah, maybe
Just a
we
little.
can work on that in the future.
Work on what? Exactly.
You being able to hurt dead things.
Things should stay dead.
They should. I do agree with that, but unfortunately we do live in a world where such unfortunate circumstances do befall some. And you know, Zal actually he actually is a little bit jovial at the moment, which is a little odd from what you guys have seen from him. And he kind of sort of reaches over a little bit towards June. Do you still have your axe on your back? I assume you just carry it with you.
Well, if we're
So-
sitting down, he probably would have. It's probably sitting on the, or
Yeah,
sitting
like,
leaning up
rested
against
on the
something,
ground, yeah.
or
He would kind of reach over and kind of tap it and just say, all we have to do is get some magic up on this guy and he should be good for ethereal combat. Kind of smiling, gives a chuckle. What'd you say?
So we do have some money. Don't know if that would be enough though.
June and Zal, both of you make a perception check for me.
Oh boy.
Oh,
My
June
perception.
and Zal. Okay.
The instant worry in Adriac's eyes. That was wonderful.
I was not included in the perception check. I am concerned.
Ooh, cool. Yeah, that's a whole 2.
Adriac's
Wow,
tired.
that's a whole
Wow,
lot.
we're
4.
so
Thanks,
good
you
at
fucking
this.
dice. No, I'm calling bullshit on the dice. I don't know how else to say it.
All right. So
I've had no good roll at all today.
Adriac, you are just kind of enjoying your meal, and
Oh, apparently, they yeeted a random crit at somebody.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
randomly.
I will roll
Me.
a die 3.
Okay.
And if it's 1 or 2, it goes to June. Well, I'll say 1, 2, and 3. It goes to June. 4, 5, and 6. It goes to Zal.
Okay.
So one of you gets a nat 20 on this roll.
June.
You look over. So Adriac, you're enjoying your meal, and a couple of drops of blood just drop onto your plate. June, you look over to Adriac, and they are bleeding from the nose.
Hey, you doing
And-
okay over there?
Think so?
Adriac, you have a pounding headache.
I think I should go to bed.
I think you should go to a doctor. Why are you bleeding through the nose?
I don't know.
Can I have both June and Zal mute themselves and deafen themselves for a moment?
Oh,
Fucking boy.
what the fuck? Okay.
Okay.
Alright. Hold on, I'm struggling.
Sorry, I can see your symbols. All right, perfect. There is a moment as you're basically holding your head and you hear this ethereal voice call out to you, like it's pounding as you hear it, and it's just this echo in the back of your head that says, "Return to us. Return." You guys are good. You guys can come back now.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can come back. June, come back. June, come back. June, come back.
He's just not paying attention. He's probably just tabbed out on something. I don't know why he would do that.
I don't
Like,
June, come
it doesn't
back.
make any sense. M!
You're good.
Are we good?
Yeah, what the
good.
heck? You just tab out?
Oh, I mean, I was reading something.
Like, were you,
I
like,
can't hear anything, so like
I
it's
know,
not.
that's
It's
why I
not.
gave thumbs up.
Yeah, that's why I was like watching Zook, because I figured he'd do like a hand motion or something.
Oh my god, I love it. All right, so that happens, Adriac. What do you do?
I'm assuming whatever just happened is like instant, and we can't see whatever.
Yeah, you just kind of, for a moment, Adriac holds his head and kind of holding his nose. The blood seemed to have stopped, at least, but you still got that migraine.
I think I just overexerted myself today.
Do I
Well,
believe
kinda-
him?
Make an insight check.
Yeah, that's actually a good
Or
point.
my fucking insight was garbage. It's okay. That's alright. Why do I keep rolling twos?
Yeah, I don't fucking know. I keep getting twos as well, and I'm not even using the stupid dice. I got a 2 as well! I call bullshit.
All right, I'm calling bullshit on that roll. Hang on.
What the
Use
fuck?
the dice roller. Use the dice roller.
I did use the
That's
dice
what
roller.
we're using.
Oh, really? Hang on. Let
Yes.
me do it again. If it's a 2.
And of course, you get
fuck?
an 18.
All right.
I
So,
literally, like, you can literally
I will
see in
let you
chat
guys
the last thing I
re-roll
rolled
because
was
that
a
was
2.
weird. Yeah, I do see that.
I'm not using those dice
I'll let you
anymore.
both roll another roll because that was.
This is so annoying.
Yeah, I don't really. Well, the thing is I've been getting a ton of 2s, and I have been using the dice, but like in the dice roller, like my die, but
Maybe
in the
it's
dice
just fate
roller.
doesn't like you guys.
Yeah, it just might not. It really, it's so shitty. But
That's
I
so much
appreciate
better.
you letting us. Yeah, I
Alright.
got a ton better too. I got a 16.
Okay, so with that, those rolls, what do they detect, Mr. Adriac?
It's trying to think of how to word this. Because it's not that he's being dishonest. It's a possible explanation. He doesn't know what's going on.
There's, I'll give you a little bit more because you guys
Yep.
rolled pretty well. There's definitely something else going on.
Like, what emotion are you going through right now?
Confused.
Just literally just pure
Confusion.
confusion.
Yeah.
There's nothing else like fear or anything.
Mostly confusion.
Mostly confusion. Okay, alright.
Because this time the news happened.
You're breaking up a little bit.
Yep, I know.
Mhm.
It was not projecting?
I mean, this is gonna be quite a fucking long shot, but like, do I know of anything with like nosebleeds and confusion, like just as symptoms of something, or
Make
like
a medicine
maybe
check.
like magical things that could be fucking with him? And
Okay, do you want a magical explanation or a physical explanation?
oh, that's a good question.
Because you got one or the other. Do you want medicine
Yeah.
or arcana?
I have a
here?
better arcana, so I'll
Okay.
do magic if I can, if it's applicable, if I can. So I'll do that since
Sure.
I have a better. Okay, come on, die. That's not no. Okay, that's a 20, but a modded 20.
A modded 20. There are several different things that can kind of affect the mind, and you have heard of psionics, but they're rare. You're not sure what would cause this in particular. They don't seem to be being affected by something like overly, whatever it is. It seems to be small. It doesn't seem to be like, they're possessed or anything like that. It seems more like something hit them, like maybe a psychic blast or something. You're not sure.
Okay. I'll kind of acquire a little bit and, kind of ask, like, does your head hurt currently?
Mm-hmm.
Have you had a, what do I know about psionics? Like, when somebody gets hit with something, like, is it, a lot of the times, do they hear anything in their mind? Do I know that they might experience some sort of something that gives more detail, like when psionic
with your
stuff
20,
happens?
your 20 is what kind of got you to thinking of psionics. And
Right.
information beyond that, psionics are very rare. Magic is one thing, but psionics is something completely different. So unfortunately, we don't really. It's
Okay,
not
so
really
I've heard of
ringing any bells.
psionics that can
Yes.
affect the mind, but it's not magic.
No, it's something
like a
else.
weird,
It's its
different
own
thing.
yeah, like
Which,
whereas
so
you've
I
got
wouldn't know
like,
much about it.
yes, you've got arcane magic, which is what you do. You've got divine magic, which is what Adriac does, and there's psionics is like completely different. It
Wow.
still can be affected by magic, but it's
Right.
like, dispel magic will work, and
Right.
like counter magic and whatnot.
Like,
But
it's like a
it's
type
its own
of magic, but
category.
it's a different source.
Exactly.
Basically.
Yes. Yep.
Interesting. Okay, so I don't really know how it works, but I just know it exists as like
Yes.
something that
Yep.
could. Okay.
And you're not even sure that's exactly what it is. That's just the first thing
Right.
that comes to your mind that could cause a headache, nosebleed, that is magic adjacent.
Okay. All right. Well, then I think I know something I'm gonna start researching. Because now I'm intrigued, but
Okay.
that'll be for a different day. I won't say anything else
Sure.
anymore.
Okay.
And if no one stops him, Adriac's going to go to his room.
I will. I will resummon Kogara
Sure.
at some point in the night, and I will have him keep a watch out on kind of like Adriac's room.
Sure.
Or, well, I mean, I'll ask Adriac actually straight up. It would be like, do you want me to have Kogara keep an eye on you in your room tonight, and he can let me know if anything here escalates?
I don't think that's necessary. I think I just need to sleep it off.
All right. Well, you also don't sleep very well normally, but I respect your decision. I will still have
And-
Kogara sit outside the door, though. Like, he'll sit outside my door and just kind of keep an
Sure.
eye on
Sure.
just our doors as a bit of a security measure in general.
Okay, so you all go to your rooms. Is there anything else you want to do before you take a long rest?
June will wait before leaving the room until Adriac is gone and his door is shut. And he'll turn back to Zal and say, I think you should do it anyway. And then goes to
Well.
his room.
Well, he would slightly give him a second to fucking
No,
respond.
I'm not fucking.
Jeez. I mean, unless you really do turn away and like Zal's in mid-speech and you just don't even. Is that what happens?
You're pulling a
Maybe.
Liam and I walk away.
I walk away. Well, if June doesn't walk away, you have to tell me if he does or not. But if he doesn't, Zal will say, well, I have to respect his, him declining that, but I will keep Kagara out in the hallway to keep an eye on our doors and things.
I think that may be wise.
We'll stay vigilant and listen and, just keep a watch.
Sure. Okay. So
go back to
all
his
of
room?
you can go to that little button and hit that long rest. That glorious little button that resets everything. All right. Later that night.
Hold on just a second. I'm taking notes.
I actually found something in my inventory that I don't remember taking, and I think it came in a equipment pack somewhere.
What is it?
Manacles.
Oh.
What the fuck?
Oh boy.
So I was thinking Adriac is going to manacle himself to the bed,
Okay.
considering the night before.
Interesting. All right. So later that night, Adriac, make me a wisdom saving throw.
I don't wanna!
Oh boy.
Here, let me hit
It's
the
not one of my
long rest
good
button.
ones. Actually, it's my good one.
Yeah, it is a good one.
25.
Okay. The night goes by uneventful. All of you wake up the next morning, fully rested. You
Hooray.
are manacled, and you basically get the key out and.
Nope, that's not
Nope.
what's happening.
Yeah,
because Adriac
no.
would be fucking sleeping by the time
Yup.
Zal and June are
That's
even awake.
fair. That is
Yup.
absolutely fair.
is.
That is fair.
And
So-
June's gonna do exactly the
that.
same thing that he did last time.
Fucking would.
Because, I mean, Adriac, we've already established that Adriac sleeps in because he's
Yup.
lazy AF. So,
Yep. But he's also manacled himself to the bed because
Yup.
he's paranoid, and he would.
That's fine.
okay, if that's the case, because it goes against what you normally do, I'm going to have you roll a Constitution check. Not saving throw, just a check.
Should we
See
all
if you're
just
able to see who. Yeah, everyone can roll a Constitution. See who wakes
I
up
don't know.
first.
I feel like it's been pretty established that Zal is a bit of a morning person, but okay.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
What did you get?
Not one!
You
Oh boy, watch me
are
roll that one as
tired.
well.
Oh my god!
It's gonna be the one time
So
that
fucking
fucking.
funny! No,
I got a
you're
9 at
a liar.
least.
So,
Oh my
uh,
god.
Adria,
Zal is up first.
Jude, you passed out. You
Oh
were
my god.
fucking. You needed it. Like, yes, you didn't take
That
as
was-
much damage as the rest of them, but that was
Yeah.
a lot of physical exertion for you.
On top of that, nobody let me fucking sleep in the night before, so.
Yeah.
Adriac, you made a mental note to yourself to try to wake up, but it's really comfortable right now. So, Zal, you awaken.
Yeah, I awaken. I try to get June up.
Okay.
Can I say that he locked the door?
Yeah, that would be a normal thing. I mean,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
established that he locked the door.
okay.
Well, Zal will go and wake up June.
Okay.
It'll start with like a knock and like a.
It's
you know-
difficult to wake June up.
Well, that's here's Zal's mode right now because things seem a little weird and he's worried. Is a knock? No, if there's no response, he's going to try to enter the room.
It's probably locked.
Why would you guys fucking suck? Well, if June's door is locked, then Zal will move over
why
to
do people
Adriac.
lock doors? I mean,
Yeah, I know,
we
like,
don't do
well,
that in real life.
Anyway, Zal will
Kick the door.
Zal will go to Adriac's room and knock on it, politely once. Is there any response?
No.
No.
Zal is
out.
worried and is like going to open the door.
Okay, how?
My door.
How are you opening the door?
That's a good question. Can I somehow use Kogara to do it? Because he's got the little pointy thing on his tail.
What?
Pick a log with a tail?
You want?
Yeah.
I will. Sure. I
Oh
will.
my
I will.
God.
I will allow you to pick a lock. A dexterity check from Kogara at the disadvantage because that's not how lock picking works.
That's fair. I do know how lockpicking works actually, but anyway. No, but so what you see is that like the door is locked and Zal just like shoots a look to Kogara, and then Kogara just looks like kind of confused, and then Zal like hardens his gaze, and then Kogara like reluctantly comes to the door to try to pick it. So it's a dex check with disadvantage.
Yes, dex check with disadvantage.
Mhm. Wow, an 18 and a nat 20. That's a modded 20.
Whose door is this?
This is Adriac's.
Okay.
It's a modded 20 on disadvantage. Come on, say it. The door opened. Come on, say it. The door opened.
You shouldn't have even let it happen.
With
Say it.
the deft skill and dexterous ability of your pseudo dragon, the stinger goes into the lock with a flick
Just
of
say
its
he fucking
tail.
stings it and it breaks the lock.
The door opens deftly. The DC was 15.
Okay. Oh boy.
Yeah, no,
Fuck.
successful. Oh,
Oh
yeah,
my God.
the door is unlocked.
All right, I go in. I enter the room.
You enter the room and you see Adriac has shackled himself to what, the bed, I assume? Yep.
Zal kind of like can Zal see that like Adriac is breathing at least and
Yeah. Yep.
seems to be okay. Okay, so Zal's definitely confused, but his worry has somewhat subsided because Adriac's like not dead, so that's good. Also, let's just all establish that the only reason Kogara could open this lock was because it's shitty indoors and he can like never do that again. Is that what we're going with, I assume? Zook says nothing.
The dice,
So-
the dice are dice, man, and
That's fair.
I've set the precedence that I am allowing him to attempt, but it's at the disadvantage.
That's also fair. You're right. That was just a really good
It was
disadvantage
just a
roll.
really good roll, so
That's fair. You're right.
it was a
And
really
I've been getting
crappy
really
lock.
shitty rolls
Yeah,
all
so
night.
I'm letting it happen.
Okay.
Mills Lane says I'll allow it.
Yep. Okay. So, Sig said kinky about Adriac shackling himself.
Yeah.
To the bed.
I really wanted June to like
wouldn't-
go in there and be like,
I
oh.
wouldn't put it past Adriac, honestly.
So Zal goes up to Adriac and is shaking him awake. Not like
No.
violently, but
No.
like kind of nudging.
No.
Yes,
No.
Adriac. Why?
He's going to try to roll over and like pull the blanket over his head, but
But that
being
doesn't work.
both a servitor and shackled to the bed, it doesn't work.
Yeah, you're about to, and then chink, you realize, oh shit, that's right.
Adriac.
Rip.
Very sleepy confusion. Hmm.
I'll give you a second to wake up, but I imagine there might be something we need to talk about. Just kind of looking at the shackle.
He's gonna face plant back in the pillow.
All right. Well, it was a rough night, so you know what? Zal will just let him sleep because he knows
Sure.
he's alive.
Sure.
I personally, as a character, have found what I wanted to, and I'm happy. So I will leave Adriac alone, and Zal will go down and enjoy a nice breakfast by himself with Kogara, and he'll
Sure.
kind of like spot feed Kogara some stuff.
Sure. Okay.
Kind of maybe plays a little
hopefully
bit of
June will
food
wake
catch
up.
So,
with Kogara.
yeah,
Kogara's flying around, is like throwing food up at.
So yeah, absolutely. Yeah, basically he's flying above you, just grabs a hold of some of the treats and whatnot, lands on your shoulder, gives you a nice nuzzle. The both of you eventually wake up really well rested, actually. You both slept very well. A little too well for you, June. You passed out. You are the last to wake. But eventually you both get to the main point of the inn room. You see Zal is enjoying breakfast by himself.
June will take like extra long. And then when June comes back down, his hair is completely fucking different. Like style wise.
All right, so you all coalesce in the inn. You are at one of the tables, and we'll say brevity's sake, they bring over some breakfast for the two of you as well, which is included in the price.
So, yeah, Zal has probably already eaten at this point, and so he's kind of just probably chilling there with Kogara, like petting him. But you can sort of tell like he wants to talk about something. Adriac, you probably feel like it has to do with him catching you shackled to the bed.
Adriac's eating his breakfast and
June
ignoring
doesn't know.
that.
I wouldn't say.
Dodge.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that Zal is like intense necessarily, but you have a feeling it's like he's kind of letting you eat breakfast before he brings it up.
All right, Adriac, make a dexterity saving throw to attempt to dodge the conversation.
Oh my gosh.
I'm kidding.
Do I notice anything weird that's going on, or is
No, I wouldn't say like Kogara
I'm
might
not dodging the conversation.
Adriac might be acting weird, but Zal's not really super weird. It's just Zal made mention of talking about it before he left. If Adriac even heard him say that in his half slumber, like
Probably not.
Okay, so fine. For everybody eats breakfast.
Everyone
and
eats breakfast.
Zal is going to chime up and say, "So, Adriac, why did you shackle yourself to your bed last night?"
You just straight up say that?
Yes, I do.
June literally stops everything he's doing and he gives a very interested look at Adriac.
And Zal's like, "I'm not one to judge, but
He is
I
just
had
like
Kogara.
beaming.
I had Kogara keep an eye on the hallway last night, and he didn't see anybody enter your room, so I can only assume that you were trying to keep yourself in,
Or other things.
but I didn't see anybody enter the
I
room,
love it.
June."
Does June actually say that out loud?
Yes.
Adriac's gonna shoot a wink over at him.
Gosh.
Make a persuasion check to try. No, I'm sorry, deception. Make a deception check, because even though your character might be into it, you're trying to roll with something else.
10.
10. Both of you may make insight checks to try to detect that lie.
My passive perception or my passive insight is 10,
Can I just say that like Zal is not falling for it because nobody entered the room last night?
I will give
You
you
don't know
advantage. I will give you advantage.
Fucking good, because it was a nat asshole 1.
I rolled a whole 3.
Yeah, no, as far as June
June
is
is
concerned,
so interested about this.
Servitar's
just
got
like,
some kinks. All right.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
20.
Yeah, you know
On that insight.
there's something going on. It doesn't add up.
Insight. Where's my insight at? It's 31.
Okay.
You just get completely two different reactions.
So, with a 31, what other information does he kind of get from what Adriac is feeling right now? 31. So try to be honest here.
Yes, Sig, it's very gay.
Totes gay.
So okay.
So gay.
June is just like, alright, I had a completely different perception of this person now.
God, at 31.
A 31. That's a lot.
You are still in charge of the information that is bestowed because it is your character.
I know. I'm trying to be fair about it.
Right.
What I'm
Mm-hmm.
without like giving too much away and gauging what he'd be able to pick up. So with that, you would probably be able to assume that it has something to do with whatever the headache/nosebleed was the night before. And he just doesn't want to talk about it either because he doesn't know what's going on himself. Or there might be a little bit of fear in there. Trying to think of what else. He rolled really fucking good.
Yeah.
I did. The one time, and then I roll really good. Well, the Kogara thing was good too, so it's been a couple times.
Right.
Only in roleplay.
However, you do pick up he's not joking when he winks at June about the...
Sliver of truth, yeah.
You also pick up that this is probably a normal thing for him to do.
Okay. Okay. Is that about it?
Unless you can think of anything else, because I don't mind him knowing
I think
more.
that's a good amount of information.
Yeah, I feel
Because
pretty
that's
decent
lack of
about knowing
information that your character has now. What's going
Right,
on, so.
yeah. Okay, so you just kind of see Zal, like, you can tell you pleased June. You can tell he's so interested in what's
Mhm.
going on.
Oh my god.
He's just enthralled, and I mean, Zal kind of, gives a little bit of a look because now he also knows that information isn't false, but is not really the answer to his question. But then kind of like adopts a bit of a sterner look, right? Not angry, not even mean necessarily, but just like he sees through your bullshit, and you probably know. He's not hiding that fact, and so he'll say, what will he say? I'm trying to think if he even you are traveling together now, but you haven't known each other for very long. So like, how hard would he actually like push into this? You know what I mean? It's kind of what I'm thinking. But I did grab that it might have something to do with psionics, or at least that's my belief. So it's very intriguing to me. Huh. What would Zal do? Like, how do I word this? There is a certain feeling that I get of how I want to proceed. I just don't know how to phrase.
You're not
what
sure
Zal
it
would
has to
say.
do with psionics. It's just it has something to do with the mind, and you've heard of mind affecting things
Yeah.
like illusions and psionics. You're not exactly sure that it is psionics, but it might be.
Well, right. And like, of course, I'm not sure because I barely know what
Right.
psionics is, but
Yeah.
it's at least a lead, and I think
Yes.
it might
Yeah.
have something to do with something.
I just don't
It's
want to
more what I
say
meant.
that it's psionic, then later on, if it isn't, you go, hey, but I thought it was psionics.
No, you're right. No, I'm fully aware that it could be a multitude of things,
Mhm.
but
Okay.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. Adriac. We've just met recently, so I'm not going to try and pry.
I
But
appreciate that.
we are planning to travel together for some time. So if there is something that is worrisome to you, it's also worrisome to me as well. Even though we are an unlikely group, I plan to the best of my ability to help you guys and to look out for you if I can. So just know, if there's anything going on that you ever want to talk about, let me know and we can maybe see if there's a way that we can help. And I might check in on you again later. That's what he says. That's it. And like you can tell he's a very genuine, like he's very genuine in this. So he's not like trying to butter anything up. He's not hiding this fact, so I don't feel like you have to do an insight to tell that. He at least seems like he's coming off like pretty genuine.
Right.
Pretty straight and narrow person.
I appreciate it.
Are you sure you don't want me to have Kogara keep an eye on you if you're worried about leaving?
I would hate to keep bothering you. Sleepwalk.
Well, you're not bothering me, and Kogara doesn't need to sleep.
What'd you say about sleepwalk? What did you say?
Yeah, you did cut out a little bit.
I said I would hate to bother you because I sleepwalk.
Well, yeah, I mean, Zal would just
Fine,
say
just
that.
inconvenient.
It's fine, just what?
Inconvenient.
Inconvenient.
Yeah, I don't know why you keep cutting out.
I don't know either.
We have to work on the sensitivity in your mic. Adjust it on Discord or something.
Yeah, I was about to say it might be because of Discord.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Might have to
Yeah.
turn up the sensitivity.
Zal will say, well, Kogara doesn't need to sleep, and he doesn't need to alert me when it happens, so it won't bother me while I sleep. He'll just let us know if anything happened in the night.
Well, we'll see.
All right.
Juna's just been like watching the two of you the whole time, just completely fucking silent.
Okay.
Munching on food.
Mount.
Okay. Is there anything else you guys do?
Well, is there anything else we'd like to do while we're in town?
We haven't. No, we have gone to the library.
Yeah, we did go to the library.
Zal, we haven't gone for supplies yet, have we? Or did we?
Yes.
We
yeah.
did
Yeah, we
that.
did. Yeah, we
do
did.
that. It was just very. Yeah, we did it quickly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
I
skipped
mean,
over
if we're good to go, then we're good to go. I have a
Sure.
feeling that Jeremiah is probably just gonna find us if he needs to. So, I'm not too concerned about backtracking to go look for a phantom horse rider. Yeah, I mean, I would. Well, if all of our business is in order, I don't see why we couldn't set off today to make for the north and start our search for autumn snow.
North it is.
Have you explained who Autumn Snow is to you at all, or?
Yeah, I did. I
Okay.
kind of gave him a lowdown of like what was going on and
Sure.
like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because Zal was the one that was like, "Hey, do you guys want to help me on my mission?" So, like it was. I think it was last session. He kind of gave a lowdown on like, maybe not specifically who Autumn Snow was, but just kind of like why he's looking for her. Like that she might be. He did say that she was like respected, and that basically she just might have some knowledge that would help them in their pursuits of things.
Sure. Okay. Okay. So, you guys, oh, that's not it. You guys begin to set out. It is probably early morning, like 10 o'clock in the morning or so. And it is, hang on, let me get to, come on, go to the right one. No, come back. No, come back. There it is. I think it's this one. Nope. 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 There we go. There. Okay. So you guys start heading north. There's no real trail going north. There is a trail that goes to the north west, but that goes further away. I don't have a map of the top territory for Tabletop Simulator, but I do have one here. So if you guys want to take a look, basically there is, because you guys are in Aziuko, there is a, if you head north is where Juniper Tower is, and you know, June, you've heard of that place because, hey, that's my name. There are hills and whatnot and fields that go north, or you could take the route to the northeast over the bridge and follow that trail up by where Vorkal is. It really depends. Like, the safer route would most likely be with the path, because, you know, dangerous things kind of stay off of the trails. However, you're also getting closer to Vorkal territory, which is actually Hobgoblin territory.
Would Zal know about that? Like, where's the Roam
The
tribe?
Roam
Like, I know they
tribe-
roam around, but
the Roam tribe is located primarily down here, in this section. So they're in Dronka, down here.
I don't see where your mouse is at. Oh, okay. Okay, so they're not in that area. So
Yeah.
have I ever heard of the
Vorkal, of Vorkal, I should say. You've probably heard of them, probably from stories that that your friend had told you in your younger years.
Okay.
But they are a hobgoblin tribe that they don't tend to interfere in the whole Lyran Skadi dispute. They're neutral people, but they're also extremely territorial.
Gotcha.
So
Now, do I know, is there a general, like, feud between Goliaths and hobgoblins, or is it just specific to certain tribes?
it's specific to, I mean, most people don't even really know what a Goliath is. I would say probably the Senzia Kenbu tribe and the Roam tribe are the ones that are kind of add-ons. You probably they wouldn't even necessarily know what a Goliath is for the war call.
Gotcha. But did we say that I have heard of them?
Yeah, you've heard of them.
That they're neutral. Okay, they're neutral, but
power,
kind of
yeah.
territorial. So yeah, I would probably bring up then, if I have this information, that, you know, it might be that it would probably be best to avoid the general area of the Vorkal. So either follow the path and give like a really wide berth, or like just avoid it altogether.
So yeah, if you look at the basically, you want to head. You think
like
that
over
they're
here,
over here in this jungle-ish area.
Yeah.
So you could either this
north,
is generally this area. Basically, I'll just make a border. This is pretty much Vorkal territory.
Oh. That's pretty big.
Yeah, they claim quite a bit of that territory. So you could technically, the quickest route would be following this road and then going up to where this area is. Or you could just you could.
Are you looking at a bigger version?
Aziuko's right here.
No, not for me.
I see it.
Right here.
Well, Zook's like pinging down here.
Oh,
and I see
yeah, no,
Aziuko
I
over
see,
here.
yeah, I see
Aziuko.
Aziuko right here too.
Oh, it must be.
Because are you popping it out or something?
No, it must be different depending on. I think you both can control the scroll by yourself, so it's
No,
not.
I'm not scrolling anything.
Yeah, but I
It
did,
doesn't- it's not a
so
huge deal.
it might have put me in a different spot.
I can't even interact with this map.
So you're just saying, yeah, we cannot. But
So-
you're basically just saying the path that goes out of Aziuko and goes towards the Vorkal tribe is probably the fastest way.
Yes, that would probably be the fastest way, unless you went due north.
Yeah, unless I went straight north, which would probably let us skitter around.
Yeah, that'd probably be the quicker way, but also because a straight line is the quickest.
Slightly more dangerous.
Yeah, but it's probably
how
slightly
about
more dangerous.
Here's kind of what I would pose to the group then. I would say let's kind of go up here towards Juniper Tower, follow this road kind of over here, so it's safer and gets us a little more north, and then kind of make a
Sure.
beeline towards.
But here's the issue with that is going from here to here. This is probably forest that is not trekked through. I genuinely think we should
like
just
an
fall.
open plain.
I know, but then we have to go through.
Just keep in mind that this is the zoomed out version of the map, so I'm going to be making a more in-depth version of the map, like I did with.
We
Sciarucci.
probably won't even get up that far very fast, so we're just gonna head towards Juniper Tower, but like
Sure.
the safe way.
I
so
just
like,
feel like we should follow the road.
okay, fine, I guess.
Well, I like the fact that, I mean, this conversation could be in character. So you guys are kind of discussing.
Yeah.
So what does Zal think? What does Zal think?
Zal says, well, I know that this section is the Vorkal tribe's territory, and while they are neutral and don't pay much attention to the outside politics of the world, they are a very territorial people. So if we run into any of them, while they would most likely not attack immediately, there would be a high chance of them questioning us and not being satisfied with why we are in their lands.
What do I know about the war call?
Make a history check.
Okay. Oh dear God.
Can I make a history check?
Or
Or is like that
Yeah, that's
specifically
pretty good,
all I
that's
would
pretty
know?
good.
Yeah, I kind of gave you a history check worth
Okay.
of knowledge just because of
Okay.
you
That's fine.
dealing with hobgoblins.
Oh, you hoe! I didn't even go through the thing.
Yeah, if you say that would be about as much as I would get on like
I
an
got
average
15.
roll, then it's fine.
15. Like Zal, you have heard of them. They are very territorial people. They tend to stay out of the political affairs of the Sciati and the Lyran dynasty, their feud and whatnot. They just don't have an interest in it. And anyone bringing that sort of conflict into their territory is swiftly yeeted out of their territory.
What's their culture like? Are they like?
Hobgoblins? They are very
they
much
big
a strength based. Yeah. So they're a proud
Yeah.
people. They
Oh boy.
they are very
don't
they're
even
in
have to
several
say
different
anymore.
ranks and
June
whatnot.
is sold.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
Jude's absolutely sold. They're very militaristic as well. A lot of them spend their entire life
No.
just training.
Here is my suggestion. If they do
Okay.
give us problems, then we can prove ourselves to them. Or I could just champion the rest of you if you're that worried about it.
Ooh. Right in the masculinity.
Zal gives a heavy sigh and just says, I'm not worried about my ability to be able to deal with them. I'm just trying to avoid trouble if I can, because they are not part of my journey.
Well, maybe
But-
they are. It's just one more obstacle to your goal that you have to overcome.
What does Adriac think of all this?
Adriac just winks at June again, and June like fawns over the idea.
Fawns over
Yeah.
the idea.
Yep. I
June
said
is
it.
June is giving Adriac puppy dog eyes.
Yeah. So the point is to avoid trouble, but either way we go, there's a chance for different kinds of trouble.
Exactly.
Yes?
Yeah.
Yes, but a society of trouble is
And
a
I mean,
little
this is
bit.
D&D. There will be trouble.
Yeah, I know, but I
But we-
figure like even if we're just like waltzing around plains, like sure we'll run into
Yeah.
monsters and stuff, but we're not gonna deal with a society of people that could come to hate us. That's like what Zal's thinking is. I don't personally care, like as a character
Right.
or as a player, but Zal is just like avoid having to deal with societal issues and whole clans of people wanting them like dead. But
But
also,
this-
the
this is a-
provocation from June is going a long way.
the going the path through the Vorkal is also something that we can prepare for, rather than something that is the unknown. And while I do like the chaos of the unknown,
Here's a question, Zook. I am proficient in nature. How much would I know about the nature in between here and the forest?
Make a nature check.
Because you say it's unknown, but is it really? Okay, so nature's plus. That's an 18.
18. So around this area, it's not too bad. Around Juniper Tower, because I know that you're having trouble seeing what I'm seeing. That's not too bad. There are some underground passages. There are around Juniper Tower. There have been known to be some wild surges in that area. Wild magic surges because the veil is a little thin in that area. Juniper Tower itself is occupied by a spellcaster of some sort. You don't know a whole lot about that because that'd be more of a history base. But going more north in this area, like above where Juniper Tower is, and Kumakoshi, that's like giant territory. So there are like hill giants and a few rock giants. There are ogres and different creatures like that. That's pretty much what you get with the nature check. What kind of territories you get? What kind of?
If my options are hobgoblins or giants, I'm going to go with the hobgoblins.
Well, I haven't said anything yet. You don't know.
I know.
You know what? I probably should have done that earlier because, yeah, if I knew. So, would you kind of say that, like,
They're very.
North-
Let me specify that giants are not societal creatures. They tend to give each other a wide berth. So you're not gonna come across like 16 giants all working together. That's not gonna happen. You might find like a
right.
couple. When I
Right.
say giant territory, I just mean there
Yeah,
is
like
a
they
presence
roam.
of. Yes. Yeah.
They kind of exist there. So, like, would you say that it's, like, if I'm looking at Juniper Tower, basically a straight line north and to the right, like, all of that is kind of giant territory?
Yeah. Basically, around the
Like,
the hills.
anything left of the river?
Right of the river.
Left of the river towards the Vorkal. Are there giants over there? Is there like a little
Not really.
statue there?
No, that's a lavender plant. Oops.
Well, you can't really tell where I'm pointing at. It doesn't matter. I would say, yeah, like if they're, I mean, giants, like we might run into one, but we could maybe hide. Maybe, I don't know. Zal will just say, it is not the unknown, for I know a good portion of what we would probably run into. If we were unlucky, we might see a single hill giant roaming the lands. There might be some stone giants, but those are a little more rare, and in the hills of that area, probably unlikely.
June looks so conflicted now.
Yeah, I was just about to think. I was just thinking about that. Maybe an ogre or two we would see off in the distance, but
This is where the players decide what the DM works on this week.
yeah.
Who does June want to fight more?
The Vorkal are but measly hobgoblins. We all know we could take a few of them.
Oh, you're playing right into June's heart.
Oh, I
thought
think
the point
Zal
was
has.
to avoid trouble.
we are avoiding trouble, having an entire clan of hobgoblins after you would be a right pain. Dealing with a hill giant, they're pretty stupid. I
They
think we
also
would be okay.
roam solo.
Okay, so here's the question. Are there any trade ferries that go up the river?
Yeah. There's no port town. Well, I haven't made one yet, but you could probably get a ride to anywhere's up the coast if you wanted to. Yes.
Why don't we just take...
You cut out.
Why don't we just take the river?
Oh, but hill giants.
That is an option, and at the moment I didn't have any money to pay for a ferry, so that might be a better
have
option
money.
now.
That's not an issue, but
How about we fight the hill giant on the way back?
is it a promise?
Zal just kind of looks at you, and you can interpret it however you want. It's not a reassuring look, but like he's not against it. But Zal's more straightforward than that. He would say, "It depends on where our journey takes us. For we might find autumn snow, and who knows, maybe we have to go to one of the islands to the east. There may be hill giants there. I'm sure we'll run into at least one eventually."
And that's not to say that hill giants might not congregate at the river at some point. Just...
If we don't run into one hill giant, you have to make it up to me.
Oh.
Zal's just...
with or
he
without
doesn't...
the shackles?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, who are you saying that to, Zal or Adriac?
Both, I guess.
Oh.
I'm just gonna say it out loud.
Man, this party just got super gay. Please, somebody, fan art.
Oh my god. Oh shit.
Rule
Hi,
30,
Zeus.
Rule 34 this shit.
Oh my god. If that was absolutely in character, June is very interested.
That was... Yep.
You guys are gonna make Zal think of all sorts of interesting things that he's never really put like time into thinking about. Like I had this talk with Zook that like
Right.
Zal has just never really put thought into like relationships and sex because he was just always more worried about like how other people sort of view him and just trying to make it through his life. And so at the moment he doesn't really have any like things going on, but like if this keeps up, who fucking knows?
No, I literally described him in the questionnaire as a traveling holy hedonist.
That's so good. That's so
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Look, well, no, you know what? Adriac's pretty large. I was gonna say Zal could probably be the big spoon for both of you, but Adriac probably wouldn't make that work very well.
Makes all kinky.
Yeah.
We're gonna corrupt this poor
You know, it's
lion.
not that he's not kinky. It's not that you're gonna corrupt him. It's just he's just never thought about it. Like he just doesn't even know himself, and he's not really necessarily put off by what you're saying. He's just like now actually thinking like,
We got the
like,
DM the face palm.
Yay!
I think that's a good goal. A good, yeah.
Yeah.
So, left of the river, right of the river, or the river? What are we doing?
We're gonna
We're
take
going
the
to
river.
take the river.
Did Adriac really say that?
Yeah.
That thing?
Yes.
Okay, I'm assuming so. I was assuming so. Just making sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
Zal doesn't really look like taken back by it or anything, and it's just like, to your question, June says, yeah, sure, like kind of shrugs, but doesn't like deny the shackles part.
June is no longer interested in what Zal is saying.
Okay, thanks.
just stare. Okay.
So what do you guys do?
We set off. It is starting to get late
Yes,
though.
I
It's
see.
10:30.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna
I
wrap
think
it
it's
up.
time for bed.
All right,
I'm
so
good.
you
I'm gonna
guys
stop.
head to the riverside of Azuyuko, and you find a small ferry that will travel up the very large river. It's a pretty large river. It's the prominent river in Makilava, and you book a ferry. It's a smaller ferry. It's probably only can fit like maybe 10 passengers or so.
What about
I
a
count as
camel
2.
and horse?
Yeah. So with we'll say it's probably just you, the captain, and maybe like a couple of deckhands. So we're talking like it's probably like a small like sloop or something like that.
Will we be able to bring our steeds?
That's what I just asked
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. I somehow missed
Well,
that.
it wouldn't be a sloop. It would be like one of those ferries that has the wheels. You know what I mean? The water wheels.
ferry?
Yeah. No, not tugboat. Yeah, it's a ferry. It's a ferry.
They're just called
It's a-
riverboats, really.
it's
a
Like
riverboat.
we have them around Cincinnati
Yeah.
Yeah.
and stuff.
Okay.
It's like a big kind of culture thing.
And you guys set to northern up the river, and that is where we'll end tonight's episode. At this point, it is going to be milestone XP time. So, chat, if you have learned anything in today's episode, basically what we do is we go through and find out what the players have learned, and this is how they gain XP, rather than through battle and whatnot. So, the more checkpoints they get, the more the closer to the next level they get. They can get a maximum of 5 milestone experience points, and they need a total of 8. How far are you guys in right now?
We were at 5.
You're at 5.
Hold on.
So you're close to
4.
a level. Okay, so you guys are close to
4
a
out of 8.
level. They need to get
No.
8 total.
We forgot to add one because of
That's right.
the recap last
That
time.
Yep.
I think I added that already. I think we were at 3 out of 8, and then while we were talking, you mentioned that you forgot to add the.
No, because he mentioned it outside.
After,
of
yeah,
it.
it was outside.
Oh, was it
outside of the
outside?
game.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yep. So,
we're at 5
so
out
you
of
guys need 3 more points to level up. You can get a maximum of 5, and chat can net you above that maximum. Because you guys had a deadly encounter, that is going to count as 1 automatic towards your 5. So you only need 4 points each. We will start with Zal. What have you learned?
Oh, what have I learned? Well, I want to start with this, that I learned that Zal, even though he is not a cleric, actually has decent connection with his patrons enough
Yeah.
to where he can kind of call on them for things.
I mean, honestly, Warlock, they are your patron. So,
I mean, yeah, that's fair.
Sig Detached Hunter says, learn that Adriac has some shady shit happening to him. Absolutely. So there's one from Sig. And so we will go up to Juniper. What have you learned?
Jude learned that Adriac is kinky. Just gonna throw that one out there.
Adriac, what have you learned?
That it's not hard to get June's attention with a wink.
No, it really isn't.
All right, let's get the sexually charged shit out of the way. And Zal, what have you learned?
Nope, too late.
Trying to think. I have learned out of character. This is probably something Zal already knew, but I learned out of character that the Four Guardians potentially might give me things if I do great services to them.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, like, you know, I'm in good favor. I'm in tight with the Four Guardians.
All right, June, what have you learned?
Sig wants to know how many they can add.
One per person in chat. Unless it's something really good, I might allow another one. So go ahead and throw it in, and yeah.
June learned that. I guess this might be too close to what was just said.
Just
but,
try it.
I mean, June learned that Zal is pretty close to at least Seiryu.
So I would say that that's kind of a different perspective, and I will allow that because you're seeing the point of view of, hey, this person that you've just met, he seemed to actually summon Seiryu to aid you guys.
Yeah.
So I will allow
and mine
that.
was out of character anyway. You were talking about something
That's
June
true.
learned specifically. Because
Okay.
like I said, Zal would have already known that he was in, good with the Four Guardians, but it was something I figured out.
Sig says, only other thing that I had was Zal's tiny dragon can literally pick locks because why not?
Yeah.
God.
I'll count it.
Woohoo!
All right. Adriac.
Adriac learned that ghosts really don't like it when you hit them with radiant damage.
No, they do not. All right.
That hurt.
Zal, what have you learned?
Something I learned about Zal is that after something he would consider a victory, he gets pretty jovial. He's pretty happy about it and will actually kind of let his guard down a little bit.
Yeah.
Kind of my point with the food thing. I would imagine in a tribe, dinner and food is a big thing. So I was assuming his jovialness kind of comes forth because of that, of sort of those subconscious reminiscent feelings of we're all a big family and
Right.
we did something cool and
Okay.
whatever. But yeah.
Jude, what have you learned?
June learned that ghosts are hard to hit.
Yes. Yep. They seem very resilient to your attacks. They had so many
that.
resistances. It was ridiculous. Adriac, what have you learned?
Adriac learned information related to secret.
To his secret, is that what you said?
That secret thing.
The secret thing. Okay.
The secret.
I will
We don't know
allow.
about.
I will absolutely allow that.
Because you know what I'm talking about.
I do know what you're talking about. Zal, last one from you.
Yeah, Zal knows that there is some mind warping something happening with Adriac and is concerned.
All right. It's fine.
You're not fine, and you also said no words.
Jude, what have you learned? Last one from you.
What did June learn? June is aware that something is going on. I mean, I guess he did learn, and then everyone talked about it afterwards. But he definitely knows that you bleeding from your nose for no reason is a little fucked up. And given the insight check that he had, he's a little suspicious.
Okay.
About what that means.
All right, and the last one of the game, Adriac, what have you learned?
I was about to say Adriac very sus.
Adriac very sus.
Yeah, he's pretty sus.
What has the sus learned?
In your character, he's learned that apparently he needs to get better at bullshitting people because they're starting to ask way too many questions.
Yeah. All right. So that is 7 in total that you guys get. So everyone make their rolls as they level up.
Okay, what is it, a D8?
Yep, for you.
Yours is a D8, yeah.
Yeah, yours is a D8. Mr. fucking die 12.
Wow, okay.
That's minimum this time.
Yeah, it's been so 7.
Yep.
Can I not?
Hey, I got a
That's
6. I
minimum
think that's
again.
above. I think that's above.
Wow.
So go to builder. So I literally just add the 6 to what I rolled, correct?
Yes. Yeah, and it will
So, like,
auto-calculate the
3, 1.
constitution.
Right, okay. And 6 is above minimum, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Sorry, guy. You've rolled minimum pretty much this whole game, this whole story.
Well.
I feel bad, but the way the cookie crumbles. At least I'm not using fucking standard rules where you would have just rolled a 1.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is where we will end tonight's session. I want to thank everyone so much for joining us. This was a pretty RP intensive game, and I really enjoyed it. It was some good dynamics between the characters, and that fight, though, oh man, I was
That
a
fight
little
did get a
worried.
little scary.
Yeah,
I was,
it was
I
a
was,
little
I
rough.
was a
kept
little
saying.
worried. Yeah,
A little worried.
I was a
And
little
you're like, oh,
worried.
I'm afraid I'm gonna TPK you
Yeah.
guys. I'm just like, nah.
No, really close, but you guys did not get TPK'd. All right, but thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, we will see you next time. Toodaloo.
Bye.
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 Bye.